And that's the end of the music and the start of the stream. Hello.
Hello.
Bye.
Welcome to
Oh.
I immediately had a coughing fit.
No,
Hello.
Body, stop it.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from the cold, so I'm gonna be muting a lot while I cough and sneeze and all that. But yeah. Hello. Hope everybody's doing well.
Oh. There's a delicious strawberry and the meat.
Hello.
And also, slightly closer to home, a Christy, a Dark, a Chib, a Kiro, and a Ragdoll.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. I'm just looking over my moves again, refreshing my memory.
Yeah. Let me
Okay,
get...
so who remembers what happened last time?
Shenanigans.
Correct.
Such as?
We
Shit,
got
do you know how
to
little that narrows things down?
we got to Greenwich. Explored the town a bit. Realized that we've found a bunch of bodies on the ground, but they're not dead. They're in a deep sleep. And Clover and Bannock each saw like a being that kind of ran from them, and eventually, and we talked with Bertram about the town and what was going on, and Nemone figured out like everybody's been put to sleep. It's like a magic sleep spell thing going on the whole town, and we eventually figured out that Bobby, Bertram's apprentice, had been sent here to find a jewel, the jewel of sleep or slumber or something like that, and we're getting glimpses of him or them. Their pronouns are mighty, and eventually we figured out that they are in limbo, and most likely so are the we get in touch with them and learn that they're through like Bertram and a spell, and learn that yes, they are in limbo, as well as all the townspeople. They're there as well, and they're being attacked. Well, wait, there's something going on. They're panicking. They're very upset. Opie ventures into Bertram does a spell with Opie. We have to sign a contract and tries to find out more about what's going on. Is turned away from the guard, but we all like they kind of confirm what Bobby has kind of said, and that they need help, and that the jewel is there, and the tall man took it, whoever the hell that is, and we all sign this contract. Oh, we also meet Sir. I can't remember his name. The skeleton
Jules.
from Sir Jules. Yes.
The Joel.
Sir
Joel.
Joel. Sir Joel. Okay. Yes. We
Uh,
met with him as well, and he is with us. We sign our contracts, except for Sir Joel. He does not. He sneaks in. And we are currently in. Our souls are in limbo. Our bodies are asleep in the real world, basically, and we have learned. We met with a bunch of people from the towns: Gus, Esmeralda, Bobby, a bunch of people, and learned that they've been besieged by some nightmare creatures during the night, each night, and that the jewel that Bobby had been trying to keep had been taken from the tall man. We don't know who the tall man is, but we need to get that back in order to wake up the townsfolk and ourselves. Say in order to save everybody, we need to get that jewel back, most likely. And we had like two main plans of action. Either because it's night is falling and the town is about to be besieged again, most likely, and either we could stay with the town, help them through the siege, and then if we find somehow get the opportunity or find the chance or whatever to get the jewel back from the tall man, or just ignore the town and head straight towards where we think the tall man's lair is and try to get the jewel back while the town is being sieged. That option has a lot of unknowns to it, although they both kind of have unknowns to it and could easily fail the other one. But the consensus was that we will stay with the town and help them through the siege, and then hopefully find the jewel and wake up. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's more I've missed, and I'm gonna mute real quick because I need to cough.
I was gonna say, I think it's pretty rude of us to delegate all of the summary to the person suffering from a cough. But
Well, I mean, anybody could have spoken, but I happened to start
Ah.
speaking and then just continued. I could have stopped any time, but I will stop now.
Clover, what do you do?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Knocking over an anemone like that. No, go.
I don't know if I missed anything, but yeah.
Did we mention the plant?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Clover got a
and
plant named
what I-
Astrid.
Astrid, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
What did you say?
That pretty much covers it.
Mm.
Yes, so. Yes, you have a town to, as you decided to do, fortify to weather out the storm of the night. And 4 hours left, and the other one.
And the other one.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Also, Dark is here to kill us all.
Yep. Success or death?
Also, something I forgot to mention is that there is an apparent rift between factions in the town. So like, yeah, that's fun.
I did not remember that. Thank you.
Yeah, there's like, the blacksmiths seem to be bullies looking for a fight. Townsfolk seem indifferent about things, and just they're kind of separated into groups, it seems, or something. And there's an orc, a dwarf, a woman, fisherman, a couple, dracona or dragonborn, whatever. A townsfolk, blacksmiths, and like a rich garbed person. And I
Yeah,
probably missed something.
yes, there are generally 4 factions. There's the just general town folk, so they're kind of just the default. They're the one you would like everyone to join. The fishermen who are kind of neutral. They'll help out, but they're not super committed. They're more than happy to keeping on their side of town. The bullies have their own little side of town. They're very angry and mistrusting of you all. And the merchant and his rich friends, who are also belligerent and, well, also actively belligerent to you all. So yeah, 2 of the factions just don't trust you. As far as you can tell.
Fair enough.
Possibly because you're not from here, possibly because they think it's just a trick. But you don't know.
Well, let's fortify the town, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so names of people and stuff. So you'll be introduced, of course. There is. You have Bobby. Bobby is kind of treated quite poorly because it is kind of Bobby's fault all of this happened.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, I'd say it's more Bertram's fault,
It is
but
Bobby's
Yeah.
fault.
The town does not know about Bertram.
I blame the merchant that sold it.
So, and
There are others who also blame the merchant.
Hooray!
Yes,
Oh, Bobby.
yes,
Like Bobby.
there is Bobby out there. So there is, oh god, got Jane Gallimore. She was the elderly lady. She's the alchemist, kind of the town healer, sage, that sort of thing. Got Brock Smith, who is the orc. He is a blacksmith. Jasper Flint. He's the head of the group of merchants. Biscuit Thorn. He is the dwarf in head of the fishermen. Gus Warren, the sheriff. Arnold Warren, his son. And Esmeralda Lachance, who is the mayor.
any chance you can copy these names down into like the Discord or something? Because there is no way in hell I'm going to remember all of those names. And I was
Thank
not
you for
fast enough to
saying
write
that.
them while you were saying them.
Because I was panicking.
I think I got most of it down. Who was Jasper Flint?
Jasper Flynn was the
merchant leader, head of
That's one
merchants.
of the few I did get.
I was writing
Together.
it down. I got Jane, Brocksmith, Japster, and Esmeralda. I missed the other names.
Jane,
while I was
Town
writing.
Healer, Sage, Brock Smith, Jasper Flint, Merchant, Biscuit Thorn, Fisherman, Gus Warren, and Son, Sheriff,
Biscuit.
Esmeralda, Mayor. That's
Okay.
what that's what I got.
Technically, you don't know about these people. I can't change things.
I heard,
Ignore the bottom people. You'll be told about them.
I heard Jasper Flynn as Jazz Bufflin for a second.
Jazz what?
Flynn is in the game.
Flynn!
Mm.
And yes, while just getting a general feel and conversing with people, you'll find out that amongst the prominent people missing are Alistair Smith and Abigail Gallimore, who were part of the group that went off to try and like rescue people from the tall man, and they did not come back. They're an orc and a goblin. They are kind of an item.
Oh, cute.
No.
Aww.
You'll notice that Abigail Gilmore is the daughter of Jane Gilmore, who is a human and very definitely not a goblin.
None of our business.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
If someone wants to pick up a stray goblin and say this is my child now, that's their business.
I think that's what every adventure group does, so.
I mean, I don't think you say their child. I think the goblin's like, "You're my mum now." Like, okay.
Yeah, probably also that.
Yeah.
Either way, not our business. It's their problem now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. So yeah, that is a potential bargaining chip, saying you'll get Alistair and Gabby back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yes, you have 4 hours to do so. 4 hours picking along. Quickly done.
Mm.
So what is your plan of action? What are you gonna do? You've had a whole week to think.
Dark, I'm in finals weeks. I've not been thinking about much of anything other than numbers.
Exactly. This
I'm
is all
bad
over.
at D&D.
It's not D&D, it's Daggerheart.
I'm bad at Daggerheart.
That's fair. So am I.
Also,
I was just thinking of boarding up shit. That's.
OP, I feel, would suggest that many hands make light work. So let's try and get everyone together, shall we?
It'd probably work better if we had an idea of what we'd need them to do, though.
Well, we asked the
Yeah.
mayor. What was the plan on previous days?
Previous plan was to fortify any of the walls that have been broken and hide.
Hmm.
And those that feel strong enough to fight, try to fight and draw some attention.
I mean, solid plan.
It would probably be better if we had some sort of funneling thing, because if the... Okay. We need more details on the monsters that have been coming in, because if these are things that can just fly around willy-nilly, then putting up walls isn't going to be helpful at all. If they're ground-type creatures, having some sort of funneling thing to get them into one particular area so that we can focus on that would be helpful. But again, if they're flying, then walls don't matter. We need to figure out something else.
I mean, if they're ground type creatures, then they'll probably also need to like dig, so then the walls won't help either way.
I mean, like ground as in walking on the ground, not digging, not like moles. If they're moles, however, that means the walls are also still moot. Because yes, they can just dig under them. And 4 hours is probably not enough time for us to put in like deep those really deep stakes where you like dig a really deep hole and the wall is going down very far. I don't know what those are called. My brain is soup this time of year.
What, the stakes like in front of walls, or are you talking about pits?
Friendship bits?
I do not remember what they are called, but there is a thing with wall building. I see it mostly in gardens to keep things like rabbits out, where the fence isn't just above ground, the fence is also below ground.
Oh yeah. We have those in the chicken coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just sinking the foundations, like, below ground, like you do with normal building. That is something you cannot do. You would need to have been here when the walls were constructed.
Yeah, hence why I'm saying that there's no point in that. If they're digging animals, if they're digging creatures, then walls aren't going to be helpful. If they're flying creatures, walls are not going to be helpful. If they're creatures that just walk along the ground, having some sort of way of funneling them to a particular area so that they're not just everywhere would be helpful.
Okay.
Potentially
So,
helpful.
Who are you directing questions to? Who are you asking?
Yeah. Let's just keep talking with the mayor. At the very, even if not everyone is on the best terms with her, she's probably had the most contact with the most people who are working on things, or is the most likely to be able to talk with those people.
Probably mayor or or no, sure, yeah.
Yeah, there's the sheriff as well.
Okay. So your question is, what
Yeah.
are the creatures?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
could
I'll,
also
What
ask
do we-
Gus
I'm
as
assuming-
well, or Bob, or yeah.
is the sheriff also sort of in sort of the same faction as the mayor? Did we sort of establish that, or is the sheriff sort of separate?
Well, you met the sheriff actively defending the walls, so he's very much in the working together, trying to
Okay.
get through. This.
Okay.
He's the sheriff. It's kind of his job to make everyone try to work together.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
hard.
Understandable, yeah.
Okay. So I guess we're talking with the sheriff and the mayor to figure out, one, what's been happening so far, two, what is it we're dealing with.
Yeah. Knowing your enemy is a good idea.
Yeah, so the sheriff will say, well, they're creatures of nightmare mainly. So The worse your nightmares, the worse your fears, the worse they get. Mainly, there've been a lot of humanoid, people around here more scared of like bandits and such. So that's what they draw on. But well, we had a few really nasty things when a few of the foreigners were still here, and land things, all sorts of monsters. So it depends about how vivid your imagination is, I suppose.
Right.
Okay. Mostly humanoid, but it's based entirely on fears. Okay.
Fears and imagination. I'm looking at you, one with wings.
Well, yeah, probably. That's fair.
Yeah, Clover has survival instincts, right? So they are naturally afraid of like freaking falcons and things that will try to eat them while they're flying.
Yeah, naturally they'd be like very afraid of. Well, I don't know if they'd be as much afraid as they'd just be cautious of them. Just
I don't know, if
a
I were the size
danger.
of Clover, I would be terrified of eagles because they steal like dogs bigger than Clover.
Yeah.
Uh,
But dogs also can't wield a bow and arrow, so.
Yeah.
Neither can a Clover when they are suddenly snatched from the air.
But it's balanced
Okay.
out by Opie having no fear by virtue of not really knowing anything to fear.
That's true. Okay, have people done all of their roles for anything that needs happening at the beginning of the thinking, the prayer dice, Clover's Lawborn, if Christy wants to change their number for their knowledge.
Whoops.
Like, you don't have to, but you can if you want. And, well, you still being a Lawborn?
Sorry?
No, that's for me, Christy. I'll I don't think it's gonna be useful to be loreborn, so I guess it'll be something else.
Have a look at counts.
I will, thank you.
Okay. And Ragdoll, have you rolled your numbers?
I didn't make use of any of them last time, so I think I'll just keep them how they are, because one is a 4.
The beginning
Might
of
as
each
well.
session, please roll.
Fine.
If
Got
you
to
don't
be
use your
random.
resources, that's not my fault because they restock at the beginning of sessions.
2 4s. Go. Oh, there's one.
Well, that's one more.
Well, I get one with
I'll
a 4
go with
still.
underborn, I guess. That seems like a good one for
No,
this
that's not what I meant.
situation.
That wasn't a
Oh,
roll.
there we go.
It's still one.
That one was a roll.
Underborn, eh?
I'm still getting used to what constitutes a roll in here.
Okay. So,
Ooh.
yes, you've been given a bit of information. So, generally the wall should help with them unless any of you have massive fears of giant flying monsters that will suddenly manifest.
Well,
No.
So I think the only possibly terrifying ones would be ragdolls, and you don't really have to worry about giant monstrous fish on land. That wouldn't really help.
Just flopping about.
Yeah, if any giant monstrous fish show up, we just leave them be. They're not going anywhere.
Okay, so information is had. What next? What is planned?
Anemone is gonna suggest a happy, cozy bonfire to keep people's spirits up.
Oh yeah, not everyone's going to be able to fight, so...
Do we really want to light a fire and attract things' attention?
I was
and
gonna
use that
say,
time?
yeah.
Well, prior to the events of this.
Either
We've
prior
only
to
got
the
4
attack,
hours.
or
We need to build up what we can.
or like something like that, but in the area where the non-combatants will hole up and like hunker down during the fight and all that, just out of sight, and not necessarily a fire, but like something that could raise their spirits. Sure, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Lewis is apparently on his way. There was an unfortunate incident with some bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh dear.
bacon. That's gonna lift the spirits.
Are there any... Because it was mentioned that walls got broken and knocked down on previous nights. Are there any holes that still have to be patched? That's probably an important thing to do.
From last check, there are a few holes and bits of the walls that do need to be repaired. So they've been
Okay.
working throughout the day, but there is still more to do.
Okay, that's probably a good place to start, at least getting some of the holes
Yeah.
patched up.
If
Yeah.
if the walls got knocked down, then something wanted to get in like that, so they'll probably want to get in like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So patch that
Yeah,
up again.
right.
I don't want to make decisions for Lewis, but I have the feeling Bannock would help with that.
Stronk.
But I don't know.
We need the stronk for this.
Yeah.
Or potentially we need more hands who could lift with this.
True.
Because we do have various individuals. So obviously the sheriff and the mayor are interested in helping
Yeah. Gotta
patch
talk to
things
the
up.
townsfolk.
I'm going to assume that Arnold is also going to be working with his sheriff father, patching things up. All things considered, the one merchant and his little band of mercenaries may not be helpful with this because we're going to have to argue with them, have to argue with them to get them to help. And it's a crapshoot of if any of the mercenary folks he's got with them actually know enough about how to patch holes to be helpful patching holes.
To interject,
Blacksmith.
one, you could ask. Two, it's not just them. They've got more people with them.
True.
There's basically 12 people in each group.
Okay. I do.
So
I do
there
think
is
it's
roughly
worth.
50 people left in town.
I do think it's worth talking with each group and trying to get their trying to get them to help, or trying to just checking to see I don't know words. I do think it's worth talking to each faction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it should be the people quotation person doing that.
I mean, Opie's good at talking. Apparently. Yet to be demonstrated, but apparently.
Okay, so everyone pick a job. Yeah, it's Lewis. Hello.
Hi, Lewis.
Oh,
Oh, hi, ho.
how are you?
We're trying to figure out who should talk to who as far as convincing people to help out. There is, once you get into the game, there is a notepad on the play field that has the names of all of the relevant individuals in the town. Because all of us were just kind of like, hey, Dark, you threw a lot of names at us really quick and we can't remember them all, so please give us the list.
I didn't even realize that there was a notepad there. I was writing them down in my physical notepad, and I've been trying to remember my attacks and everything, so I will look at that notepad now.
I have also been writing these down in a physical notepad, and then I noticed the actual notepad, and I was like, yes, thank you.
I like this. This is better. Yes, good. Thank you.
Okay. So we don't... Okay. So the last 3 names on the list, we don't really need to convince them to help out with fortifying the town. They're obviously wanting... Yes, let's say there's 4 factions, so there's really only 3 groups that we need to talk to.
Yeah, there's the... Okay.
So we've got the blacksmiths group, the merchants group, and the fishermen's group.
Yeah.
Is the alchemist like with any other group, or is she just sort of by herself hiding?
She is part of the the just normal town group. She just stays behind and cares if anyone gets like injured or anything. And...
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if she's an older lady, is an alchemist, and is blind, she's not going to be a frontline fighter.
But she is with like Esmeralda and the sheriff and Arnold. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Wait,
So
because she's here, she can see. She has a stick, but she doesn't use it because it's limbo. That's why she knows she's in limbo.
Fun. Well, okay.
What if
She's
Lustra goes to talk to the fisherman? That
I was
seems like a
wondering
good
about that as well.
combination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's grab some. We have these lovely tokens. Let's use them. So
Yes.
who is going where and doing what?
Clover probably shouldn't talk to anyone. I think that's just a generally bad idea to have Clover talk to someone.
That is reasonable.
Bobby can they can make Bobby feel better.
Goat is making
I
Bobby
guess
feel better.
Since Clover is not going to be talking with anyone, Clover can start helping move things to get the wall patched up, because we already know we're going to be patching up the wall.
I think Clover is gonna ask Bobby if they can still do magic in Limbo and whether they what their skill set is, because I remember their skill set including illusions, and I want to ask how big of an illusion. Like, how big of an illusion can you make? Like, what can you do?
In Limbo, not much. They see through illusions pretty quickly, unfortunately.
Okay.
This is the worst possible place for an illusionist.
Okay. Can you do something else?
Like what?
well, Bertram has this cool defensive ball. Is that something you can do?
No. I
Oh.
can keep myself alive.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hmm.
I can temporarily make people fly. That's something.
That's neat. Hmm.
But there's not much I can do, unfortunately. If anyone uses magic, be careful. They're drawn to it.
Eh?
It would have been really bad if I'd not told you. You'd start using all your spells for damage.
No. Thanks.
Well,
Yeah,
an
that would have
enemy
been
is
really bad.
a little useless now, or potentially that is useful information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm now imagining. Oh fuck. No, I won't say it in case I actually have to do it in the fight. Never mind. I'm gonna stop. I'll stop that.
Because if magic draws their attention, we can use that to our advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, good. Yeah. I Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I said before with Dark being out to kill us.
He did also start this session by saying that yes, this is the final Daggerheart session, at least with these characters and stuff, and either we die or we accomplish our goal. There's nothing in between, pretty much.
Or a mix.
So yes, or a mix of both. Yeah. Oh, also, just so you know, Lewis, we got some intel from the mayor and sheriff and deputy, or not deputy, the someone. Anyway, we got some intel about the creatures that have been attacking. They are mostly humanoid, but they are creatures of nightmare and take form of whatever scares you. They're based on our fears and imaginations, pretty much. So yeah, just so you know.
Yeah.
And we are currently, the plan currently is to patch up the holes in the walls as much as we can, and talk to each faction, two of which are distrustful of the party, and try to get their aid in the coming fight, for the fight, whatever. And yeah, there's going to be non-combatants because not everybody in the village can fight. So they will hunker down somewhere as safe as they can, and just yeah. But I don't know what else.
B.
So right now we're figuring out who's going to be talking with which group to try and convince them to lend a hand. Luska has been delegated over to the fisherman group. Sort of makes sense. Clover is not going to be talking with any group. They're just going to go straight to helping on fixing the wall.
Yeah,
Also
they-
makes sense.
They got some good information
Yeah.
from Bobby.
Yes,
They
there
did
is
get some good
that.
information from Bobby. Yeah, no. One of the other groups that is distrustful of the party is the blacksmith group, which is headed by an orc named Brocksmith. And then there's also the merchants that we are also distrustful of the party, headed by Jasper Flint.
Yeah. Hope he's going to have a chat with them.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we know who's talking with that group.
I was going to say my guy's probably best suited for transporting and fixing the wall.
Well, yep, fixing the wall.
Yeah, well,
we
we're
need
going to
that.
get to that. It's just a matter of who do we want to send to each group to try and convince them to also help with transport and move stuff to the wall. Because as soon as Luska's done talking with the fishermen, she is also going to be moving to help fix up stuff on the wall. Ideally, with a group of other fishermen in to help out.
I mean, if you don't think Bannock's going to be good at convincing people, wall work is good work.
It's not really what I built. It's what he's built for.
Then wall work is good work.
Wall work is good work.
I got a +1 to presence.
Well, yeah, I could help.
That could be good. That could be good,
You
yeah.
can try to convince the Smith group if you want.
Can try, yeah.
Yeah, I can always put
I
forward
can-
the argument of, hey, we're all gonna die if you don't help.
You could go flex on them. Imagine if you'd taken the plus strength to persuasion thing now.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
There you go.
I just love the idea. What happens? I flex. +3. Yeah.
Wow, I'm in.
I mean, I could use my extraordinary size to intimidate them with the presence. So.
Yeah, you can try.
It's worth a shot if you want.
Okay, so who going where?
I guess that translates to I'll go to the blacksmith.
You cartwheel to the blacksmith.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Max and an Emily.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't think Max would be very helpful at convincing people or being persuasive to like try to help, try to get people to cooperate, especially if they're already distrustful of the party. So I'm leaning towards Max will help out. Will also help out with the walls, as much as they can. Because I don't think that they'd be very helpful persuading others. Although if anybody disagrees and wants some help with persuasion, like with the fisherman group or with the Smiths or something, I can certainly try to help.
I don't know. Do we think literal puppy dog eyes would be helpful for anyone's argument?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Well, they're still frog
Or-
eyes. They're just on a dog.
Yeah. But
Puppy frog.
Puppy
Well,
frog eyes.
nervous energy as never.
yeah, nervous energy is not very convincing. I think Max will help out with the walls. Yeah.
Okay. So, Ebony?
I was thinking about where tactically would be the best to be if you are a beacon. Because of the magic.
Oh. Yeah.
I guess merchants group then. Maybe.
Planks unite.
Yeah.
We won't go help out with that. Oh, Christy, you have not updated your armor.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that
Because
would
there's
change.
been changes to that. That's why I left it like
Yeah,
I said last time.
there wasn't a Daggerheart update, and they changed the armor in ways that
Yeah.
not fun.
So
But yeah,
if you want to keep with the breastplate, it's only 3 and it gives you like -1 agility. If you don't want to have a penalty or anything, then you have to pick the leather armor.
I have to do what? Armor?
If you don't want
They
a penalty,
changed how the armor
you-
works.
If you don't want a penalty, it'll be leather armor, which is only 2 armor. If you want to keep
You
the
can-
breastplate, it's 3 armor, but it is -1 to your agility for wearing it.
The updated armor's over here, by the way. You can see it over here.
Yeah.
Christy.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can check and see what you want to do. And where the penalties are and stuff. I think it's down here.
Yeah. Or chainmail, where you're easier to hit, but it's more. Which I don't know if that's better than -1 agility. I don't think it is. I think chainmail is arguably better than breastplate.
But we're not going to get hit, so it's fine.
Oh, right. Well, anyways, figure it out. Who wants to go first?
Well, given the anemones in the merchant group, we'll do that later.
I'll go first so I can get started on the wall when this inevitably fails.
Okay. So, you make your way over to Blacksmith and his group. His group seems to be made up of more of the manual labor type of things. So, blacksmiths, carpenters, people who work with their hands and actual, practical skills that be really useful on the rest of the town, not just their section of the wall. There is 12 of them in total.
That's not in character. Go for it. This just the classic sort of. They're coming for it. Oh, is it not? Hello?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hit you.
Okay, it's not lighting up when I talk for some reason. Oh well. Just the classic argument of they are coming for all of us. So if all of us do not help, all of us will die. So we need everyone's help. We've split into groups to discuss with each of you. I need your help with fastenings and fixings to repair the wall as fast as we can, so as many of us can survive this night. Will you help us to live through tonight? And then I roll presents.
No. He looks you up and down.
Okay.
Says, I don't trust you or your lot. You come out of nowhere. How do I know you're not trying to undermine us? Making us all work together, you're going to just have your hands wherever you can without us noticing.
My hands are going to be on that wall next to you.
Oh yeah, and you're going to be pulling it down, aren't you, big boy? You're just one of them, aren't you?
If I wanted to hurt you and I will tower over him, I would have done it already. And I will use both my presence and extraordinary size to influence him into backing the fuck down whilst holding an armored fist in a tower shield.
I want a present shield.
He's very interested in protecting life.
Kill.
And then I add +3.
Extraordinary size would be +2.
But then I get +1 because presence.
Yes.
So I'm getting rid of a hope and adding 3 to that. So it's 16 with fear.
You're trembling slightly.
So, with fear, you say?
Sure.
Oh, no.
I still don't know what that means, but there we are.
It means Dart gets It means Dart gets something.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You'll notice the other counter.
What?
I noticed the what?
The
other
other
one's gone
counter
down.
has now gone down by 2.
Boo.
Yeah, it went down by 2.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
after that, I'm just going to say, I'm going to be working on the wall. If you want to live through the night, you'll help us, and then I'll go starting on working on the wall.
Okay.
I'm going to piss around with fucking
That's
people.
what you're doing. They will converse for some time before you see them actually going out and shouting at people on the wall to get out of the way, and you're doing it wrong.
Listen, it fucking works. So like, so I could just use to just transport materials. I'd be best suited, I guess.
Where the heck is the thing I want? So bear with me a sec, because I can't use that thing to easily find things, I think. Can I? Right. Yes, with sheer size and you help heal the taken of them. Merchant group?
Yeah.
Why do I play persuasion characters?
Because
Yes.
you can talk so well.
Okay, so the merchant group, as they fortified themselves in a couple of the shops, so they're just hiding out in there. A few of the mercenaries kind of, as they see you come and ready their weapons, and eye you suspiciously.
We come in peace.
What do we say? Yes, a confident good evening.
Okay, one of the Dwarven guards says, "Doesn't feel that good to me, friend."
True.
Yeah, the Opie says, but it is. Reinforcements from the waking world are here to see that you return whole and healthy. Dog agrees. And thus it is
Listen.
imperative that the night is survived. So could you give us an estimated time for...
He looks at you kind of. He looks at you uncomprehendingly, like what?
the Opie asks for, a rough time frame of when they're to be expected at the wall to be helping out. We have a rota to be organising.
Fuddle them. He's just gonna try and befuddle them into helping out.
This is a 5 now, not a 4. It's
Yeah,
changed again.
It's because they've changed the thing, and they've got this handy little table now. I can look at and go, this one. Before it was
Okay.
just if there's a thing, it's just like two. He was
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I like the tip. Gotcha.
Nice.
So,
so
hearing the conversation aside, Jasper will come out and kind of flick his hair like, what is the meaning of this?
Opie explains.
One of those.
Opie explains in precisely the same tone. That yes, the plan is here to get everybody back to the waking world, and we're wondering when you'll be available to help with the wall, for a rota needs to be made. So a rough time frame of their availability would be helpful.
And what do you mean, help with the wall? You mean rip down my precious establishment to help pull that thing back up? What happens when I get to the waking world and all of my property is destroyed because it was destroyed here?
Oh, that's not the case. It's perfectly intact back in the waking world. At least it will be for the time being.
Can't argue with that.
Give me a presence check, because he doesn't believe you.
That's fair. Present, I'm gonna move little smiley face.
Do you want to help in any way?
the whole.
I'm afraid an enemy would do more harm than good because she's seething.
Oh yes, but you know,
Okay.
Opie likes
So-
having people on his side. Cool. Presents. Would the calmness under pressure give me a little bit of a bonus? Of like, it's the confidence of presence.
You can use that to get a bonus.
Cool. Okay, so action. Boom. Sure.
So
Did it
plus
do?
3.
So plus 3. So 15 with fear.
And now it's 4 again.
Fear.
So he will kind of twiddle his moustache. Fine. So everything that happens here is not reflected in the waking world to me.
Not at all. We were quite surprised to see the state of the place when we arrived.
Not the buildings, anyway. The people are different.
Interesting. If we were to help you, how exactly would that help us get out of here?
Opie explains. Survival of the
What
night
is it?
would. Survival of the night would allow for a healthy excursion to get the jewels, so that we can now teleport back to get everyone else back. What with the wizard and such. Only explained eloquently because it's Opie.
I see. Well, as I understand it, as I was the one who gave that blithering toad the gem, they don't have a clue what they're doing. How are they supposed to get us out of here?
Opie repeats the bit where he explained that the wizard who is the master of the assistant to which they sold the gem has the appropriate knowledge and incantations to actually get them back. As
The
was
gem
evident.
is here, and you said yourself that anything that happens here does not go back there. So how is the gem supposed to get from there to there?
Opie says they are very welcome to go and speak to, what was his name? Gus? Who quite visibly saw Opie appear and then disappear and then return. At the outer wall.
There, and he sneers and kind of spits the word, a wizard. Of course they can. This might all just be some big trick. How do we know we can trust any of you? You seem to be working with the wizards. This could be some elaborate experiment. We're just playthings.
I mean, sadly enough, he does have a point here.
I knew
But also-
I was wrong to do business with that magnificent fellow, as
But-
he says.
But also, I'm just sitting here going, we could have just left you here.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it
We're
could very well be. However,
here.
our plan allows you to get back within a day. Any plan that you may have may take long enough that your worldly goods are forfeit and return to your next of kin.
Now that's a threat.
Speaking of which, we may need to take note of that.
Hell
Can you tell
yeah,
us your next of
Opie.
kin?
It's your
Hell
next
yeah.
of
As when
kin.
we return to the waking world, this might be useful information.
Fuck yeah,
Hey,
Opie.
up,
Fuck
up
him
his-
up.
Yeah, say he pops over his chest and I go, oh, what, like, never. I come to a lowly little town and help it become a thriving place, and this is the thanks I get. They send some shiny butler to berate me.
So he doesn't have any next of kin, then, is what I'm hearing.
Well, if your next of kin are in insert city, port town, then I may happen to know them, as I have business connections there. It would facilitate the passing on of
My
valuables.
next of kin is of no concern to you. If the worldly goods are in order, then my will is quite safely deposited in the real world.
Well, we'll search for it when we come back.
Fantastic, that'll save us some time.
Is besides the point. You were trying to convince us to help you. And what guarantee do I get that you'll actually pull this off and get everything sorted? Who are you? What is your pedigree? Come on, give me your financial records and any such things.
Yeah, OP lists off the CV.
Dealing with bandits in a little tomb escapade is not exactly an adventuring thing for taking a gem from some weird, strange creature in limbo.
Oh, see, I thought he was listing off the CV of like his work experience before he started adventuring, which would be even funnier.
Yeah, that's what OP was trying to do. He's trustworthy. He can manage all sorts of strange things.
I mean, I included the adventuring bit as well, because that just adds on to your CV.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have to list your entire CV.
See, that's what I worry about.
That's all good and well, but I'm not employing you.
Well, why did you want to know a CV?
Yeah.
I can tell you're new to this adventuring thing. This is not only when they give off some form of speech or some heartfelt thing, and I'm just not feeling it from you, chap. I'm afraid it doesn't seem that your
From
heart
the
is in
wall,
it.
can we just call, get a move on?
Honestly, at this point, OP has nothing else to say. Well, he does. He says, okay, well, we. In that case, we shall set up provisions for your worldly body to be comfortable. Good day. And then returns to the wall.
Oh, if you're all supposed to be coming back, I'll come back with you anyway.
Oh, no, we have control over that.
Give me a little bit of a lying test, please.
Also, Christy is currently muted because Pup is barking a lot, but they're saying that they did just think that Anemone is practiced at wizard derogatory handling, so she,
That's a good point.
might be able to sass them. Also, I missed the last few minutes because I had to. I was like, be right back, because I had to run to spit something up real quick. I just got back, so I don't know. I assume things aren't going very well, apparently.
Yeah, not great persuasion happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite happy for
OP
Anemone
is
to
doing his customer service bit. It's not working very well.
Also, as far as OP is concerned, this isn't a lie, because he was sent here individually and returned individually. So that evidently there is control over who can be returned or not.
Yeah. Okay.
True.
Fair. Yeah.
As far as OP is concerned, anyway.
So you just say that is what you state then.
Yeah, it's a confident statement. Might be wrong, but it's confident.
Well, of course, my men will need to be paid for their services, as will myself and my companions. So, well, if you've come to deal with us, you'll be the one to negotiate the contract for our services then.
Opie clapped his hands together. Contracts! Marvellous. Now therein I can be negotiator supreme. There's one thing that Opie's good at. It's making people feel like they got the deal they wanted, even though they didn't.
Finally speaking the right language.
Yes, contracts.
Okay, I'm not going to make us go back and forth on the spiel. So, you want to give me a test you think is best for negotiating a contract that's not going to bankrupt the town? If you want to use your Maitre D knowledge, that definitely comes under that.
Yeah. Maitre D. I mean, presence, right? Charm and deceive works both. Collection of instances. Okay, so presence, Maitre D. Roll well, Opie. Haha!
19 with hope! Plus whatever else you have.
23 with hope. 23 with hope.
Yeah, and you get a hope back that you just lost.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So, somehow, you managed to convince them to pretty much work for free.
I want to add that I think Anemone helped by basically slagging off the wizard involved in this all the time, and that endeared the people who would mistrust wizards. Yeah.
If that is the case, then... Oh, what's the thing for helping people? There is a thing for helping people, I can't remember what it is. I think you roll like an extra hope die? Yeah, spend...
for the advantage
to
thing.
to actually hope that Christy would need to spend a hope.
Well, it's been a success anyway, so we don't really need it
Yeah.
roleplay
Yeah,
wise.
so to help,
We
you
don't
spend
have
a hope, and you would roll like a hope die, and then you pick between like the one that was rolled by you, or the one that was rolled by your friend. So gives you more chances to roll high.
Yeah, I for roleplay purposes. The mumbles in the
So
background.
you convince them to effectively, we're pretty much free. It is, it's bargained down to they'll get a free meal at the restaurant.
Of course.
Okay, so they will also go off and start to help at the wall. The mercenaries are hardened military men, so they will have some knowledge of reinforcing stakes and such. They are more than willing to go outside and start like planting extra stakes and actually working with everyone to make the place more fortified and defensible.
Hell yeah.
There is some friction between some of the Smiths groups and them, more or less because of like the mercenaries don't know what they're doing, or the Smiths. It's more like a craftsmanship and kind of getting in each other's way sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they could just work on different parts of the wall then.
Generally, it's better to work together and move your way around because then it's quicker.
True.
Only if everyone's working well.
Well, either way,
together
they
well.
can sort themselves out. They're professionals. They can
Exactly.
figure it
Yeah,
out.
they'll figure it out. Exactly.
Well, either they can sort themselves
Deal
out, or
with it.
Bannock can sort them out.
Yeah.
And finally, the fisherman's group.
Fishermen's.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had said earlier that it's the other two groups that are sort of distrustful. There's not really anything marking here as the
Yeah.
fishermen being. So where are the fishermen currently? Like in town?
They're near the harbour. Because, despite what your first
Yeah.
impressions were, there does actually seem to be a tide coming in now.
That's interesting.
Oh.
And it looks like their plan has been to just kind of get on the boats and wait out the night on the seas and then come back.
Yeah, Dark did
Oh,
say
yeah.
that they seem to be indifferent to everything.
Because the
sea.
Or
sea
not-
in the
not
place
interested.
where nightmares come true is
Yeah.
Perfectly safe.
definitely a safe place to be.
That's
Oh,
definitely
hey,
a thing that Luska's
speaking
going to
of-
bring up.
Yep.
Call of the Sea and Call of Cthulhu. It all comes back to that.
Don't make me
Do any of them
manifest a
have
kraken. I have rules for the bloody thing.
Do any of them have an illness?
I'll stop.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, they are readying up their ships to go and wait out the night.
Luska's going to sort of walk up and say, "Mate, might not be the best idea, mate."
Hey, biscuit tips is that to you, Bloom? And why would that be, Missy? Sir, that I can never tell with you, Dakota folks.
Getting off on a nice foot.
How do I want to word this? Word is this place is full of nightmares. And I don't know about you. Nods back over to the ocean. But I'd rather deal with nightmares that I can see coming rather than ones that are coming up from below.
We ain't had no problems out in the sea so far.
Oh, they've done this before. Interesting.
Well, I think you've bloody jinxed us, haven't you, lass? I was keeping my mouth zipped, but you know, sailors, they gossip like nobody's business now. They're gonna start thinking of superstitions, and but from my reckoning, we're now gonna have to deal with all the horrors of the deep. I've offered mine to get you tied up and use you as bait to make sure we can do it safely. But
Luska's
I
just
don't
going to
think-
sort of look down at him. Because, good luck. You were saying,
you
Dark?
may think you're all big and strong, but you've got kneecaps like anyone else, Missy.
Okay, Luska's just going to sort of thumb over towards the walls, where ideally most of the other groups are probably starting to work. It's like, that'll lend a hand then?
Yeah, it's a bit over the side of the harbour. We could do that, aye. But how do I know you ain't just some thing that's come out to try and trick us onto the walls, eh?
What was the word you used there, Dark? I didn't hear the thing you said before wall.
How do we know you're not here to just try and trick us onto them walls, eh?
Well, Luska's very pragmatic, so she's basically just going to say, "You don't."
Terrifying thing anyone can say in such a situation.
But you and I are both sea folk. There's very few things that we can know for sure. But right now, your options sort of are, nods out to the ocean. Go out there and risk something coming up, nods in. Or come in here and hope the people who say they have a plan do have a plan.
Yeah, he kind of chews on his pipe a little bit, then looks up on you and says, "So, you'll give me your word then that we'll have this.
Again, I missed that last word, Dark.
He
I
said
see
that
it.
we'll get out of this.
Okay. Oh. Again, I need to think about how I'm going to word this. I give you my word that we are going to do whatever we can to make it so.
Good enough. He spits on his palm and holds out his hand.
I'm going to assume this is pretty standard sailors talk around here. Luska's doing the same.
Great. If things look pear-shaped, you're going in the drink.
So we got him then?
Yeah, he's
Everyone up to the
rounding
wall.
up his people and say, like, just, yeah, rounding up his people, saying, well, she's chinked. Well, our minds have been destroyed, lads. We're thinking of all the horrible things in the sea, so we're gonna get eaten, so let's not go out there. Lots of murmurings of, I hate this place. Okay, so then everyone will help me along.
On the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be some group test. So, ways work is you nominate a leader to lead the test. Then everyone who's helping them rolls themselves, and if they succeed, they will give bonuses to the leader.
Okay.
So yeah, so everyone rolls, and then the leader rolls with bonuses or negatives depending on people pass or fail.
Have we decided a leader?
So all of the
Well, if
prompting
this
and
is...
stuff took an hour.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, writing up the contract at the very least probably took up most of that hour.
Hope he writes
Okay.
fast.
So, what is your plan for helping with the wolves? Have you got anything in mind, or are you just going to go with what the other people are doing?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what could we add that might be helpful?
Additional carrying capacity. I can reach higher areas and move material further without the need of multiple people, freeing up other villagers for more fine duty tasks.
Yeah, so if we're going with just like the physical build-up, then everyone assisting Lewis's role would probably make the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Christy brought up a question in the chat: is magic going to attract enemies sooner? Because yes, we do have the idea, and we know that magic is going to attract their attention. But I don't know offhand how we could take advantage of that currently, and Luska definitely wouldn't really have any idea of how to do that, other than the basic idea in the back of her head of like, okay, cool, we can use that as a bait when they get here.
But if we focus on that, on sort of the outermost walls working in, we can the more time we have to fix, the sort of narrower a funnel we create, where sort of the standard flow of opposition will flow towards the weakest point, which is sort of the central hole that we leave. So if we work outwards and work in, we create our own weak point where we want it, and the longer we have to work on that, the smaller we can make it to funnel.
Yeah, that was sort of what I had brought up at the start when we were figuring out what kind of monsters we were facing. The idea of funneling them into a particular area.
Sorry.
Okay,
No,
no,
you're
it's good.
good.
yeah,
You weren't even
so-
here when
so
that
Ba-
discussion
so yeah,
happened.
Vanek is going with the actual like siege motto of they're gonna get in. We can't really stop that, so we want to make sure that they go in where we want.
Well, yeah, it's like, do we let them in where we want them to fight them?
Seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your thesis, not just keep them out, actually like force them into a place.
Yeah.
It's like forcing them into a location where, there'll be the greatest density of defenders that will be trying to keep them out. But
Yeah.
however, we have to give ground to let them come to that area, to sort of bait them in.
Yeah.
Not a tremendous amount, but we still do have to.
And all things considered, if they are attracted to magic, we have someone use a bit of magic around that point. They're
Honey
less
in the
likely
trap.
to attack the other parts of the walls. Christy asked the question, what about making fishnet traps? And then says they will do the magic to draw them in when the time comes. And I don't know if... Because depending on what sort of fishing the fishermen here were doing, the fish nets may not be all that useful for keeping big monsters. Because if they're just looking for like little fish, you don't need like really heavy duty thick ropes for that.
Oh, the ships do have like heavy duty nets and stuff. They've got effectively a fleet here because this was a place that is trying to become like a bigger area sort of thing. It is a thriving place, constantly building.
Okay, well, we might be able to make use of the nets then for something.
I think
Is it safe for us to assume that Luska would have just helped them grab the nets as they're coming in? That way they don't have to walk back to the boats and then walk forward again.
Would have Lishka thought of that before you all got caught up and started talking about it?
If the nets were on view, probably.
Probably or definitely?
Let's say definitely, because I don't like that question.
Okay. So So you grab the ropes and pulls. Okay. So
Make them
the
run into
town's
the...
going to take some convincing to move things around to actually create like somewhere to funnel things. So, who would like to convince the town that it's better to shift defenses before they get it?
Which one of us is the face? Really, it would be Lamp, but
Yeah, we're down a talker.
I hope you can do the one-on-one stuff, not crowd work.
Well, I think he's gonna have to.
Talk more.
I mean, all things considered, if there's a part of town where it's already sort of convenient to get the idea of funneling them to, that would work best. That way we have to move less things. So I think it's less of a, we need to do this, move everything, and more of a, what's the most convenient spot for us to funnel them to?
Yeah,
That way we
learning
can
what...
control where things are going.
So what's that, Kira?
I was gonna ask if Max can help Opie. Like, I'm thinking of like, would Max know about like they don't know about tactics and stuff, but they do know about like nature and mentalities and how you can like trick creatures, even though they're mostly humanoid, still creatures. You can kind of lead them by doing things like that. With you can deceive them, you can bait them, and it yeah, they're seeing the sense in that idea, and I was wondering if they can kind of help
Okay, so
whoever is going to talk.
So yeah, as let this be a group test, a group action.
Group action.
So
Like I said-
anyone who wants to help out.
I will. I'd like to try.
Yeah, anyone who
help
help
out.
out. Just roll your. I know it's not. You just roll. Yeah, you roll, and if you succeed, you give +1 to OP. If you fail, you give -1.
Is it just a straight
it
roll, or do we add any
just a-
modifiers?
Tell me what you want to help with, and we'll do the roll of that.
I'll help with presence. I don't know.
So you do an action roll with presence, and if you succeed with it,
hold
adds
on.
one.
What are you giving all the tactical advice?
What? You just what?
So Lewis, you're
I want to
actually
I want to
saying
make sure that I want to just get people to listen to him to ensure that he has their full attention. So I'll just call for everyone to pay the shut up.
Okay. Right. So that'll be present. So you're doing that.
Hashasha!
Vanix angry. Vanix smash.
18 with fear.
What would make more sense would be strength, because you're being big.
Oh.
Using
20
your
with
imposing
fear.
presence.
Okay. Whoop. But yeah, that succeeds. So who else wants to try and help out?
Well, we know Max.
Can
Other
I
one went down by one.
can I roll knowledge? Because it's like insight kind of to persuade people that they know what they're talking about. Listen.
I mean, presumably you've seen something, wizard nonsense books regarding, tactics and.
Yeah.
defenses
He's read a
and things
book
like
on
that.
it once.
Exactly, there was a
Yeah,
book about it.
Yeah. So roll with knowledge.
Yay.
There was a really good book about it.
Whoa.
So okay, that's currently +2. Anyone
Yes.
else helping?
I don't know if I actually can help that much.
I mean,
Well, you gave an
Oh,
example
well-
of how you could help. So
yeah,
you can help.
exactly.
Sure,
you-
okay,
you're-
I will.
I
I'm just
think it would be easy
I-
to argue that a druid at least sort of understands how hunting works.
yeah.
and
I
the
was
idea
trying to
of-
figure out if any of the stats would help, and I don't think that any of the ones that have bonuses would help. But I'll still do it like an action roll if you want, and try to help. Like with instinct or finesse or agility. The others are 0 or
you're trying
-1.
to convince them that it's funneling them into a trap, effectively. Like, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So. Perceive
Instinct
sense
works.
instinct.
I think
Okay.
instinct
Yeah.
works because it's like your understanding of how animal
Okay.
thought process
Sure.
works.
Sure. Okay.
Not that you read it in a book. It's just you have like experience working with this and seeing
Sure.
it happen when wolves hunt things and the like.
Yeah. That's 4 with fear. That's
No.
6 with fear.
Max has
Yeah.
not much experience of public speaking.
Like they have experience with nature and how animals work and stuff, but yeah, not really public speaking. Yeah.
Our counter is
Zero.
down to 0 now.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm
That
sorry.
Does
That,
anyone
that
else
wasn't
know?
that one earlier.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, does
That
anyone
went
else know?
down really far.
There's-
I don't know if Luska would have any knowledge background to help with this, and other than just presence staying there, keeping people's attention on him.
Look, the thing you need to bear in mind is that Opie's way of explaining this is basically going to be even the most unruly customers can be dealt with in a queue. Like, this is... and any more, like, understandable experience is helpful.
So, OP, can you make me a frenzy roll then? With +1. Unfortunately, Kiro got a -1. Lewis got +1. And Christy got a +1. So, only a +1 in
And this is all in service of this terrible roll. The 13, I guess? 13 with fear,
Yeah.
which is wonderfully average.
Okay, so with trying to discuss this, it breaks out into an argument, and you end up wasting an hour.
Sounds about right. We tried to convince this lot to focus on one plan.
Please. So they end up not thinking else a good idea and are just going to continue fortifying the place and just hoping they don't get in. Full stop.
Well, it was an idea.
Well, no point trying to work on a plan with just 6 people as opposed to working with the whole group, because our whole point was to try and get the whole group to work together, so...
Okay,
Guess we're...
so yes, for last bit of defense, it is actually working on everything. So okay, so helping out with the thing will be what is that? So we've got, I would say, strength, agility, or knowledge would be applicable. So pick someone to be the leader of the test. Everyone else can roll to assist with one of those stats. And we'll see.
Good, my 3 worst
You are
stats.
looking to get a 10 or higher for assisting.
Okay.
I got the +3 to
So
strength.
whoever
Does
the
anyone
leader
have
is, you're just trying to roll as high as you can.
Bannock, you've got the highest strength. You take that one.
spice?
But it's strength, agility, or knowledge.
Does anyone
Ye-
have a big old model?
He's- I think he's the only one who's got a +3 in anything at the moment.
No,
so
I have
still
a
Bannock.
+3 in agility, so.
Ooh.
I think
have a
Anemone has
knowledge.
+3 in knowledge. So hey, we've got +3s around the board of those 3 stats.
Oh, sick.
Oh, well, you know.
Any of us can be the leader, but.
But
Absolute-
I'm wary of my knowledge because magic.
Let's pick Bannock to be the leader.
Okay.
Yes, it was very passionate earlier.
Okay.
I'd like to use my extraordinary size to help in
I
this.
got a
Uh,
crit.
Oh.
First, everyone else has to roll to assist.
I got a crit.
+1.
I didn't.
Yay!
Gotta hope though.
Well, you gotta hope. So, -1, +1, +1.
Do we all roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
I
Aha!
got 17 with hope. What am I adding or subtracting to that?
Well, you should have picked before, but it was
Oh.
agility, strength, or knowledge.
Well, it's above 10. So.
Then,
Yeah. Kind of doesn't matter.
Well, if it's higher than
Yeah.
10, then it doesn't.
it would
Yeah.
either be 17 with hope or 18 with hope. Yeah. The strength and knowledge are both 0,
Okay,
and
so we got-
agility is 1.
So 2 successes, 2 failures, and a crit. So fossil.
Cool.
Everyone cancels each other out.
Glad I
crispy.
Wasted my crit
Suppose-
on this.
Can I use extraordinary size in this strength check?
Yeah.
Click. I've got a +5 to this roll. Yeah.
Ah,
24 with fear. Does the number get added to one of the dice or just to the total?
Just the total.
Okay, 24 with fear.
Okay.
that'd be fun if you could add it to the dice.
So, you do your best to shore up what defenses you can.
Kind of this fear, the fear and hope thing, kind of.
Yeah. But as you're readying yourselves up, you will only get about half of it done before they arrive. Forms of nightmares seem to be coming a bit earlier than expected.
Well, that's still half of it done.
Yeah. Half is half. Let's go.
And now we die.
No, I believe in us. So yeah, half is still something at least. Oh.
Yeah. Yes. You'll see the nightmares begin walking out. They take a variety of shapes. A lot of them humanoid that kind of look like, at first glance, like bandits, or giving you all occasional like frights. It looks like just a silhouette, the sort of silhouette you see like out of the corner of your eye when your mind just puts humanoid shapes to inanimate objects and gives you that quick start of, oh, there's someone there. Wait, there's not. As well as some animals of are just dark and not quite clear what it all is. But you're not all sure if you're all seeing the same thing either.
Oh, good.
Not until they get closer and get within the light of any of the fires that are around the edges that they get more of a uniform appearance. Quite full, gangly people with strange masks and splatters of blood on them. Malformed people with skull masks and strange lumbering creatures seem to be wearing cloaks, but you can just make out insectoid parts beneath the hoods and out of sleeves. And they're all around you.
Yay.
Well, 100% all around you. The harbour side, of course, is safe, but the rest of the wall is being assaulted. So, what is all of your plan?
Well, first things first, I just want to see if there's anything that's adhering to, like, the description of the tall man that the townspeople were talking about. Which I assume would be easy to see if he's that tall.
There are some tall things, but none of them are, like, towering over the others.
Hmm.
Also, Christy, I had a question, which is also something that I was wondering as well, is can we still try to funnel with magic? Can still try to bait with magic? Okay.
You're quite welcome to try that.
Okay.
We should probably figure out
Yes.
where we're baiting them to, though, instead of just doing it willy-nilly.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 No,
Which
Yeah.
bits
so,
of-
yeah, like, so half of the wall. So basically, you've got the gate in the middle, like the right-hand side of the wall, that was fixed. That is fine. The left-hand side of the wall was only partially repaired, so there's still some bits that are a bit easier to breach on that side of the wall.
Okay, so I guess the question is, do we want to draw the monsters to the sturdier side of the wall to keep them out for longer? Or do we want to draw them to the weaker side of the wall and have it be a impromptu funneling to that one particular weak point?
Also, we could, we could also potentially try to, like, I think ideally we want to try to bait them in one location. So in that case, I think Max and an enemy should be together, because they're both purely magic, basically. And we'll draw the enemy regardless of what they do for the most part. So I think that those two should be together to be the bait. Wherever that is. Yeah.
Well, I guess we should ask, is Bobby involved with this, and is Sir Jewel involved in this?
Yes, they could help if they want. Let's give you Sigil.
I love that. Yes, Dark. Yes, I love that.
Well, I know what music we're ending the stream on.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and put all of the magic users together.
Makes sense.
Although, all things considered, we might also be able to use the magic to split them up.
That was also what I was wondering, if we wanted to have multiple baits to split up the enemies. In that case, then yeah, we would want to split them up. But that's what I was wondering.
Magic users over here, because the magic users are either going to be all together or split in half, so we help us to know where the magic users' tokens are.
I am technically a magic user.
Oh. Well, I mean, Luska's also technically a magic user, but one, she doesn't know that, and two, it's healing spells.
Which is magic.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
that
Luska
is
doesn't know
magic.
that.
Luska is gonna have a hell of a surprise when they try to do something and something magical happens as a result, and the enemy is.
If you want to get into the magic user thing, we've got those three are the only non-magical people here. That is Goat.
I think Goat is pretty magical, though.
Okay, let's word it then as primarily magic users.
Yeah, well, he has 2 spells.
He's got a couple.
Okay. So, where are you going? Where are you drawn? What's the plan?
Anyone got a preference? Because both of these things are going to result in a lot of not fun time. So,
No.
I think right now our sort of 3-ish options are: 1, draw them to the part of the wall that's sturdier and hope that it stays sturdy and hope that they are drawn to it. 2, draw them to the weaker part of the wall and do an impromptu funneling. 3, split them up. But that also would necessitate us splitting up.
We could break. This might be somewhat extreme and unfeasible, but if we break through the weaker side of the wall, we can just throw the corpses into the gap. Or are they? Do they look ethereal, or like, do they have flesh to them?
They are nightmares.
Yeah, that's assuming that if we kill them, there are corpses and not.
Yeah, because they're like nightmare creatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still say we put them to like the weaker wall because of like it makes more sense funneling them through the weaker wall because then you still have the stronger wall to protect you.
True.
Well, if
I was also
you
thinking of
focus
that as
them
well.
on the stronger wall, then eventually they will
They will
break through the
break through
stronger
it
wall, but also
eventually.
easily
Yeah.
break through the easy wall.
The weaker wall, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was also thinking of that. Like bait them towards the weaker side, they will break through it pretty quickly. But like I don't know where it's what Chief said, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that.
Funnel through the weak one, so we know we got a solid back.
Isn't that part of the art of war as well? Where weak act strong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think we're sort of all in agreement that the group as a whole is going to be going towards the weaker wall and drawing the monster's attention to the weaker part of the wall.
Yeah. If this goes wrong, it's Sun Tzu's fault.
It might be worth having flying members staying at the back just in case things fly over the strong wall. And Bobby can make people fly, so
Magic.
Okay. So everyone goes to the weakened wall.
Yes.
So for the rest of the defenders, do you tell them to come with you, or are you gonna kind of just make a little island and try to take the brunt of everything?
I think we will warn them that we are going to bait the enemies, the nightmares, and tell them to protect the wall as much as they can and take care of any stragglers. I don't know if that makes sense. And anybody who is not try to attack the creatures while they're distracted. A pincer. Is it pincer move? Is it back? I don't. A back attack. I don't know words. But like, I think we will give them the warning that we are going to bait the enemies. If we're going to try to bait the nightmare creatures. And tell them to do their jobs, defend what they can, and kill what they can while the enemy is distracted. Right?
yeah. And if anyone fancies joining us on the bit where we're funneling everything, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Do we have any spare nets? Get ready the nets over the strong wall in case anything flies.
I imagine the fishermen have nets, or they do where the
Yes,
boats are,
we
wherever they're
brought them
just...
over.
Yeah, I don't know if they've
Okay.
already been affixed somewhere. Or...
No. Because your plan of the thing kind of fell through, so there's no like place that you're gonna lead them to where the nets can actually like help them.
Well, then we'll ask people to come along with nets so they can help.
Yeah.
That's what Christy is saying. An enemy will stand and magically gesture rudely behind the weak wall. And, yeah.
Oh, they make little clinky noises.
They do, and they don't like putting together. What you? It's less annoying with physical attacks. Whatever. There is a wall.
That's our unfinished bit.
It's getting more and more unfinished.
Oh, you can go there. Just go there. There we go. Stick yourselves on the wall while I try not to split today.
Good luck.
You know, as it is refusing to do stuff, that's gonna be the broken. There is wall there, but that bit is particularly weakened. Just put like a floor down, right? Yeah. These things
Hey.
are perfectly sized for the map, but for some reason they just do not.
Janky games.
Good enough. That's funny.
Sitting on top of it.
Good
Marvelous.
enough. You get the idea.
Okay, so are you bringing Sir Joel with you, or is he gonna go off and help the other people?
You said he's primarily a magic user. What does he do? Like, what class is he? I can't remember.
He is technically a magic user. He is definitely a fighter type. He's got like full plate armor. He's got a shield. He's got a sword that ignites when he wants it to. He's a fully kitted out guy.
I would like.
He's probably just kind of. He's more high. He's a higher level than you guys. You're pretty sure, but he's just kind of.
Yeah, so he's coming with us.
Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, the townsfolk that were nervous about working with us are probably going to be even more nervous about working with a weird knight who may or may not be a skeleton. So he's coming with us.
It looks normal here,
sword
right?
goes whoosh.
So I'm thinking probably the people closest to the hole should be those of us that can take a hit.
I feel like maybe OP should be in front of the magic people because OP has a thing that can get enemies away. It's got a whip.
Clover is gonna steer Goat in front of Max.
Oh, Joel, stop taking the wall with you.
Joel, no.
Joel, do you know how long this wall took?
And now there's going to be another gap in the wall of your own making.
Joel's
Oh,
making.
This is why I hate tabletop simulator.
There we go.
There we go.
So you can add them in a row, but when you try and get it in the middle, it just sort of freaks out.
Yeah. Because
Interesting.
it automatically wants it to, like, place on the highest point, kind of. Where it touches the other things.
Yeah. What are you asking?
Can we just, instead of trying to get the placements to work correctly, can we just have the things placed on one side of the wall on the table with the assumption that they are on the wall, as it were. Is this wall something we can stand on in like the actual, not on the tabletop thing, but like within game?
Yes.
Okay,
It'd be a really
so
bad wall if you couldn't stand on it.
yeah, so let's not mess around with trying to get our tokens to stand on the wall and tabletop sim. Let's just have them sort of where they need to be and assume they are. Because if there's one thing I trust tabletop sim to be jank.
I mean, I've locked them to the floor, so they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, and yet Joel keeps...
They're locked now. Yeah, so people stay
And
with
there
the
goes
magic
Lisa.
friends.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I just want them. Anyway. Okay, so
So
we'll flash forward from the strategy meeting to actually being on the walls.
So,
So
which side is
yeah, which side
the
are we
enemy?
treating as
Yeah,
inside?
the one with the bottom
One with
part.
the lip?
Yeah, the bit with the lip.
Okay. Over. I'll move Christie's over. And now everyone fiddles around with their pieces as they
Yeah.
keep falling down as we try to put them on the lip.
How do you angle things again? I don't remember.
Q&E.
Q&E. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Q&E
Thank
for
you.
Quengle.
Okay, so yes, you are on the wall. What magics are you trying to use to draw our attention?
If it's just any magic that they're attracted to, my vote would be something that doesn't really cost much to use. So, Christy, if you've got anything that doesn't require you to use a hope to activate it. Sleep.
Can Bobby just make like some like big spectacle illusion? Fireworks and such. Something like that.
Yeah, Bobby can do that.
Cool.
Bobby will then ask, what's a firework?
It's a light that goes boom into the sky. Very colorful. Big.
Also, well, I was also thinking that, I mean, we'll probably end up using it during the fight regardless. But Max could do one of the Warden of the Element things, and I was leaning towards setting themselves on fire again.
Fire frog!
But yeah. So, and hopefully that will draw their attention. And it's
Okay.
the Warden of the Elements is an instinct thing, elemental incantation, mark a stress. I'll mark a stress to embody an elemental spirit from the list below. The embodiment lasts until you take severe damage or until your next short rest, and it can overlap with my beast form. And for fire, it's when an enemy in melee range deals damage to me, they take 1d10 magic damage. Otherwise, I can also do earth, which is add 1 to armor score. Water, which is when I deal damage to an enemy in melee range. All other enemies within very close range mark a stress. Or air, which means I can hover and have advantage on agility rolls. I keep thinking of the fire one, though. So I will mark a stress.
When you do that, do you actually set yourself on fire?
I don't know.
Do
I
you
think it was like a
set yourself
fire
on
bubble?
fire?
That's a question you can answer.
I conjure a bubble of
No.
fire around me.
Just answer the question. Do you set yourself on fire or not?
Like, yeah, what does it look like? What do you do when you summon your fire?
It's a flavor question, not a technical
Yeah.
question.
Semi-technical, because if it's actual flames, that's a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I thought last time that I did it, it was like a bubble of flame surrounds Max
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. So, you are on a wooden wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
I
probably
didn't
not
realize
new
we were
wood either.
standing on the wall. I didn't realize we were standing on the wall.
We're not
Okay,
on the
I thought
wall, are we? We're
behind
behind
it.
the wall.
No, you're standing on the wall. If the wall was not standable on, you would all be at the front gate, because that would be the only actual
Okay.
place to deal with attacks.
Okay, then I will not do that. I'll think about okay.
Oh, I thought some people were on the
Yeah.
wall and the rest of us were behind the wall waiting for people to come in the wall.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought as well. So I didn't realize we were standing on the wall. Okay. Then
We are standing on the wall, but the wall Dark has put down in the tabletop sim does not lend itself well to putting the tokens on top of.
gotcha. No, I understand. That was my mistake. Okay, I will.
I just didn't realize we were standing on a wall.
Then
But
I
some
will
of us
do
were standing.
air instead, so I get an advantage on agility rolls. But yeah, I am summoning air around me or something. I'm hoping that will do something that will draw enemy attention. So I'll do air instead.
So, and yeah, but Bob is gonna just create something, let's throw it up into the air and just kind of. It looks more like Bobby just created a shooting star, which flies up, and it just explodes in this massive cacophony and creates just like an image of Clover's face in light.
Yeah, Clover is screaming and just cheering.
Get some of the baddies. Yeah. They are moving towards the wall. A lot of them seem to have been drawn by the little flares of magic.
Little.
Very little. Wow. That guy has a big nose.
Yes, indeed.
And another countdown. Yay, he's trying to kill us.
Countdowns. Uh-oh. Well, luckily it says 9, so... Oh, no.
Oh, do any of the villagers have? Does anyone have a bow and arrow with them?
I do have a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
It's my main weapon.
Okay, so yeah, these things are just kind of. They're not very hurried. They're just slowly moving towards the walls and all kind of looking towards where the magic is. And you can all hear whispers on the wind saying to, "Come here, let us fulfill your dreams." Just enticing things. Try and convince you to come out and play, as it were. But none of them look actively aggressive. They're just kind of walking towards you.
Warriors, come out to play.
One of them now has a baseball bat.
Wait, I'm sorry. Baseball's been invented in this universe?
Fireworks haven't, but baseball, yes.
We have the Mafia. We might as well. They've got to break kneecaps somehow.
I mean, we don't know that fireworks haven't been invented. We just know that Bobby doesn't know what they are.
I just assumed Bobby's been like shut in the tower for too long. So...
Okay, so what do people want to try to do?
I think Clover's just gonna start shooting as soon as things get in range.
Yeah, has there been any leftover, like, rocks or sharp objects?
Well, we haven't finished the walls, so
From building?
presumably.
Yeah, just a makeshift ranged attack.
There's
If
half a
possible.
wall's worth.
I can also have Max try to attack with the dual staff because it is magic and it does have far range. Although they might be too far away.
It'll be very far, wouldn't it?
Gee, which one are you targeting?
Yeah.
Well, you start attacking like when in range, and far range is sensible.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, like I think if we're going by like the tape thing, then they'd be actually like here for far range,
Okay, then I
Yes.
won't attack yet.
which is a lot more
Okay.
intimidating.
Yes, gotcha. But yeah, no, I'm not listening to the whispers. Like, no, I'm
So,
good.
whoever wants to take a pot shot.
Yep.
Okay. Fire away.
That's a 12 with fear.
Okay, so you do hit.
Which one is this? This one on the left?
But I'm going to use that fear.
Oh.
8 damage.
Okay. So you shoot one of them, and they kind of just poof into a purple mist.
Can I strong arm a fucking rock at one of their heads?
Yeah.
I guess I'll do a strength check. Wait, what's... How do you attack again in this game?
It's another action throw.
Action
Got this.
throw.
We need this, don't we?
Everything is
Yes,
oh,
action
yeah.
first.
Yeet.
Thank you.
Fuck off. Oh, I should have I had to say I became an unstoppable beforehand, didn't I?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
right.
miss.
I mean, if you do it with strength, it's a 9, so...
It's a 9 with fear.
My hit.
So,
yeah. Don't assume you'll miss. Yeah.
Anik picks up a. What did you grab? Just like. What would they even have? I guess you just pick up a log and you try to just cable toss it at 'em.
Yeah, you know. Just like, oh shit, some of these planks from earlier were too... didn't get time to use. Yeet! 9 with
You
fear
launch it,
against the closest one.
which kind of just hits the floor in front of them and kind of topples back towards you.
Alright.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
That was a failure with fear.
One more fail before we get to whatever that means.
Yeah, I was thinking that I could have Max attack with their dual, or try to attack with their dual staff because they are at far range and could potentially hit. I'm now scared of though.
We'll
that
see
is
what
fair.
But
we don't know what is, so
let's
I
find
mean,
out.
I'm pretty sure is rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah, probably. Should I take the chance?
Yeah, just take the chance.
Yeah.
Screw it.
whatever.
I'll attack. So it's with my dual staff, it is instinct and far range. So I will add 2 to whatever this is, which is 15 with hope, 17 with hope.
Okay.
Okay, then I will do attack, which is D6 plus magic. I think that's my primary
Is it your
attack.
primary attack?
It should be, yeah. Yes, that is 4. Oh shit.
hey, it's something.
It's something. It's the worst roll I could get, literally. With the
worst roll you could get was a miss.
weapon.
Mm.
Well,
Don't
no.
worry, I already did that.
Worst worst attack roll I could get.
Yeah, worst damage
that.
roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll say you hit the skull mask and kind of blows a hole through him, but he just keeps going. It's just a
Okay.
purple mist emanating from the hole through him.
Yeah, and that was the one I was gonna aim for. Yeah.
At least you gotta hope.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I'm already max hope though, so I gotta
Yeah, that's one of the
use
things.
them.
I think I'm glad they upped it from 5 to 6, but I don't know. I think it might just be because we don't have a good firm grasp about what we can do with hope yet.
Yeah,
I
think,
feel like the cap of 6 is maybe not quite right.
Yeah. I've been at max hope for a while, but I think I can only pretty much use them for either, using experience or helping an ally, or I think something with my runic ward or vicious entangle. I can use hope to like make those better, but I haven't used them yet this fight, so.
Maybe you guys should be helping each other out more then.
Yes, I was thinking. I was trying to remember that. Yeah,
that's one. Yeah. We're not quite there yet with the mechanics. Partially because it wasn't until very recently that any of us even knew that was a mechanic. So yippee.
Yeah.
But also,
it's not that we're like,
remember that.
Let's not help each other. It's like, what can we do?
Yeah.
Well,
also,
there is the
I think that
reference up here. So.
Sure. Okay.
Doesn't that use like 3 or something? Because I remember when I was looking at that, going, here's a thing that nukes out like over half of what you can bank.
Okay. So who else wants to try? Who wants to do something else?
I think also we're all still more used to the more D&D like stuff where we've got individual attacks as opposed to group attacks. So this is definitely a different system in that sense.
Yeah. Right.
Anyone?
Can I direct? Okay, let's do something together.
Yeah.
Can I direct Vanek to throw a log at multiple opponents? If they're close enough for... Like, he's big, he's throwing big stuff. Can that hit multiple opponents?
I might
help
add
him
on
do
to that. Luska is also very large. Can Luska help with whatever Vanek's lifting to try and eat it?
Opie can help by reminding Vanek that these things are technically not alive.
So I can try to help with one of my hopes.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the...
Okay, so...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the...
What I am thinking then would be... However, it just makes noise and tries to draw them close enough, and then Lushka and Vanek can lob one of them assisting the other then.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so in that case, we'll say that's like a separate roll for you to shout at them, and then they work together and lob that.
Okay. What if is that presents? I'm bad at presents.
Whatever you think drawing attention could be. Being loud or anything else.
Can I?
I mean, you have wings. You could always fly over them and try to get their attention that way and hope that your friends don't hit you with the log.
God, that's gonna turn out badly if it fails, but... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I wanna, like, go fly above the battlefield and just go, like, here. here, right here. Just-
Like Navi.
So spend your thing and
yeah. I'll mark a stress to take flight.
hey,
And
I don't know, probably. I suppose it depends up to you. You could use agility if you just want to be speedy and try to draw attention that way, or finesse if you want to try to like do a display that actually like gets their attention a bit better.
I think I'll do agility because I like Clover also doesn't want to get caught by them, so he's probably just like kind of like speeding through and like
That is fair.
just kind of like generally being an annoying little buzzy little insect.
Yeah.
That's really bad. That's
Can probably just anyway.
I mean, Christy's been playing through chat anyway, so it's fine.
Just
yeah, I'll use Luck Bender. Why not? I'll use Luck Bender. I'll spend 3 hope to like re-roll.
can I help with one of my hope, or
That's a little bit better. That's a 17 with fear.
okay?
Still with fear, which is annoying, but that's why I don't like the way it looks.
But how would you help? Have you got a flying form yet?
I do have a flying form, yes.
If you turn into something that could fly, you could definitely help. Because that's realistically the only way you're gonna keep up and actually like stop them from grabbing your free hand.
Okay. Not sure if I want to do that yet. Okay. What is Christy is disconnected. What is Clover doing again? I'm sorry.
Clover is flying over and being an annoying little pest.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And trying to get them clumped together so Bannock and Nushka can hit them with something big.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So you helping out, Kira, or are we sticking with the 14 with it?
Was it 17 with fear or?
Yeah, it's
14
a
with
I
fear?
think it's 17
Whatever
with
the
modifiers.
number is. 17 plus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can help out. Well, I don't know if we should split up the magic users is the thing. So, I'll stay for the moment.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
17 with fear.
Yeah. So yeah. So you get what you want, and they'll bunch together, kind of like just reaching up, try and grab you. A few of them make like quite sudden leaps that you're not quite expecting. But this goes to the Otto with the fear. Meanwhile, Bannock and Nuska, which of you wants to lead and which of you wants to help? Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to give you that go.
What?
I don't even know what I pressed to do that, I'll be honest.
Do you want to lead on this?
I mean, if we're doing with strength, you've got the higher strength, so you're more likely to succeed on the roll.
Alrighty.
And you've got more modifiers that you can add on to it to make it succeed on the roll as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bannock, roll, add any experiences. This is, you want to try and use?
Do I not see if the help works first?
No, they both roll at the same time, and then you pick out of the hope die.
Unstoppable.
And I don't think I have anything that I can really add to it other than my modifiers, so I
Yeet.
guess I'm just doing action throw.
21 with 24 with hope.
Wow. 11. Okay, well, Bannock just rolled.
And then mine would be 14 with hope.
Well, you only take the hope die, which is 7 compared to the 11. So yeah, we'll just go with Bannock's roll.
So 24 with hope.
Okay, so yeah, Bannock, you with Let's Go Hope, you yeet it at them. Give me a d12 plus strength for damage. Wait, no, you roll 2 dice for that, don't you? 2d12. As you just lob a log at them, which kind of
Yeah.
slams down, rolls towards them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just click the plus d12 button.
Doesn't that just put it into a bag?
Got that.
Right.
Neat. But you don't get to.
Okay, 22.
Okay. So, yeah, clever. Use these log fly and just bowl all of them over, and they slam under them, and they get smashed into nothingness.
Clover will laugh really loudly, just echoing across the battlefield.
Okay. And Clover, as you're the closest one, you get the prime seat to notice that a couple of the trees are moving towards you.
Oh no, the trees are moving, the ends are here.
So,
Fucking
what you
Macbeth.
thought
Alright.
were trees, you realize were
Oh,
Is that the tall man?
I think that's the tall man.
hi, tall man.
That might be the tall man. Yeah, he looks pretty tall.
That either is the tall man or that's the tall man's cousin.
Look at the tiny stand.
is the tall man. He is huge, and the nails driven into him look like, well, they look about as tall as Opie.
Hope he's pretty tall.
Opie
Those are
size
some
nail.
pretty big nails. Yeah.
Yeah, Clover's laughter kind of turns into a weird little shriek.
That's very fair. Yeah.
So this gigantic, gangly, nail-encrusted figure reaches out to you all, and you can also see something glowing in their other hand.
Oh. Is it
Okay,
the
well.
jewel?
Can we shout to Bobby? Is that the jewel? Or like
Bobby jumps off the wall and gets into the fetal position.
very fair.
Well,
Very fair.
Well, that
Don't
answered
blame
all of
them
the
at all.
questions we needed. That's definitely the tall man, and that's probably the jewel then.
And this particular fellow kind of runs to a different section of the wall away from the doorman.
also fair.
But apparently he's just standing there, kind of pointing
Menacingly.
towards you all.
Okay.
And the sounds of conflict from all around seem to have died off from both sides, the attackers and the defenders, as seemingly everyone seems to be looking in this direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, really quick, Dark. Can we all still feel that open doorway in our head that Bertram stuck in?
Yes.
Alright.
Luska's gonna poke at it a little bit.
Okay. So, as you hear from Bertram, a very yes.
We just woke him up from a nap. I'm guessing.
What happens is suddenly he lights
Oh.
and begins staring at Luska.
Oh, he's smiling. Oh, I don't like that. Oh.
And begins striding forward.
Luska's going to very
Uh,
quickly say, when one of us gets that gem, you pull us out right then, and then just slam that as close as quickly as possible.
So you're saying that and then cutting off connection.
I'm saying that and then moving away as quickly and not. I don't think Luska would have the ability to completely sever the connection. She's not a wizard.
No, she's not. So, Bertram will then be like, how am I supposed to know when you've got it? I can't see what's going on. Do you have any idea what time it is?
I think it's because of your yawning voice, Dark, but I could barely make out any of that.
Feels appropriate.
I asked
Bertram
what time it
was
is.
wondering how.
If you knew what time
Yeah,
it was.
Bertram was wondering how he's supposed to know when one of us has it, and also if we know what time it is. Yeah. So I guess say just keep your ears open, or I don't know. But this is just in Luska's head, right? We don't hear what Bertram is saying to it's we don't hear each individual conversation at the heads. Yeah.
And Christy is also annoyed with Bertram on all of our behalf. Yay.
Yes. Yeah. Fair.
I have a
Yeah.
silly question for a maybe stupid thing. Do the nails are they all over its body, and do they go down to its ankles too?
They are, and yes.
Cool. This is so dumb. Okay.
Go for it.
The thing is focused on Lushka, right?
Yes, it is. So, for how quick this thing moving, it moved a far distance in a single step.
Oh, okay. Cool. Clover, I want to try to, because we all have rope. I want to try to tie rope around its ankle nails and just try to
You want to try to
trip him up.
AT this thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to try to you want to try to at this thing. Yeah. And I love that. I love that idea. Also, I'm wondering if
that's
I
funnier.
Yeah.
That's funnier than what I thought you were going to do. I thought you were just going to have Clover just climb up the spikes to the hand.
On goat. That's what I was imagining.
But then again,
Child,
you
the
can fly,
Colossus, this
so.
bitch. I'm also wondering if I could also try to do vicious entangle on him and stop him where he is. I don't know if it's strong enough to, or if I will roll high enough to be able to do that, and if that might stop him enough for Clover to at him, but I don't know.
Does vicious entangle have
I can try.
a size?
Yeah, it's just make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. On a success, roots and vines reach out from the ground and temporarily restrain them, dealing 1d8 physical damage. And on a success, I may also spend a hope to temporarily restrain any enemies very close to your target. That's all it says.
Yeah. So give it a go.
Sure. Okay. I will. It's a instinct roll. Yeah.
You do want to do this as a tank team move.
That's what I was wondering. Yes, I would like.
Do that.
Yes. Okay.
So who's gonna spend hope?
I can
Uh,
spend the hope, sure. I have plenty of
And
hope to
see-
spend.
That's another thing that I think they should probably change. I'm sort of fine with it costing 3 hope, but I kind of think it would be a better idea to have the tag team hope be split between the two who are tagging. It just makes it
Yeah,
it
that does
makes
make
it more
sense.
flexible with when you
No.
can use it.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna disagree with you there because
Okay.
every person can do it once.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's not it's not like both of you use up your use. Everyone can do it once in a session.
So I will do it this time, because I have enough hope to spend. And yeah, what does the tag team mean again? I need to look that up.
Work to describe how you combine your actions, but make separate action rolls, but before resolving the roll's outcome, choose one of the rolls to apply for both of your results.
Oh.
Will only
Okay.
take one action token.
Yeah, but also because it costs 3, you can't have half a hope.
Yeah. True.
But you
yeah.
could split it like you
Yeah,
for 2,
well then
me for
you
1.
have two from the one who's sort of spending their tag team and one from the other person.
Okay, that is way too much fiddling, and that means that it just it doesn't work in my mind. It's meant to be a big dramatic thing that one of you initiates. If you split up the cost, it doesn't feel
Okay.
quite right. And you've got
Okay.
6 hope now, so like 6 max hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the important thing is one of you. If the action factor that only one person places the token, if you both share the cause, you would both place an action token.
Yeah.
Right.
Would be what I
Okay.
would say if you were going to do it like that.
My main issue is
Okay. So
Yeah, you're getting
Sorry,
2
carry on.
people's actions for the price of 1.
and for the price of 3 hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get hope.
okay. So we both roll an action throw and then we use one of them? Is that
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we roll with?
So it's also because the change they've made is the person who spends the hope is the only one that gains hope from the roll. Like before, you could both gain hope from it, which that would be fine for the shared cost, but only only one person spending the hope means that if both of them got the hope, that would be a bit like.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, so I will get 1 hope back because I just rolled with hope. My roll is it's an instinct roll, so that's 13 with hope. And I used 3 hope for the tag team. I don't know.
I don't
that
know what
does.
I'm rolling with exactly. Like what would be applicable. Huh?
What do you think makes the most sense?
I guess I want it to be agility, but I think it's finesse. I think because I have to
I think you should have put that +1 into finesse instead of agility.
maybe, but
I think
I use agility for a lot, so
agility also has maneuver under it, or so I can.
No, but it's not just maneuvering, it's also like the act of tying something, like
True.
that feels
Okay.
more
Tying
finesse.
something very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we'll go with finesse then.
Cool.
And yes, miss, we do roll with dice. That is how that works.
That's a
Yes.
10 with fear. So that's not too great.
But Kira rolled a.
I
13?
I rolled a 13 with hope. Yes.
Okay, so Kira succeeds. So you both succeed.
Yay.
Yay.
And I roll. I don't think it'll do much, but on a success, I can also spend an extra hope on a success to temporarily restrain. Oh, any enemies very close by. Never mind. Okay, so he is restrained, and I deal 1d8 physical damage. So I can do that. I think that's my custom dice. We'll see.
I'll click on it and see.
Nope, that's is that a D8? I don't think.
That is not a D8. That looks like a 12.
Yeah,
It looks like
that's a
12.
D12.
Okay, then
Just click the little button with the D.
yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah,
No.
and then I will
You can just
roll.
eh.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
the buttons are there for.
okay. Oh yeah, gotcha. Then I will clear that and just
You're gonna
just
do
gonna roll. Okay, so that's a 5.
5.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think I add anything to that. No, it's just physical.
So your vines spread out around his feet
Yep.
and entangle in the spot. And Clover, using that opportunity, will fly around his legs.
Woo.
And yeah, how many rounds are you trying to get? Like how many passes were you tied off?
I mean, as many as possible, I guess, but also I have to, like, tie another knot, so.
What length of rope do you have? Oh, you got 50 foot. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, with 50 foot, you've got enough to, like, 2 passes, and then you can tie it off.
Okay, then 2 passes.
Yeah, he a big boy.
Unless you stole some rope from us earlier.
I didn't say I did, so probably
Okay,
not.
then. Probably
Well,
not, okay.
even if they had, that would be 2 separate lengths of rope instead of 1 longer rope, because that's how rope works.
True. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's currently stood there entangled and his legs tied up. So hopefully when he takes a step, he'll fall up.
I hope so.
So what is the next course of action?
Guys, how bad of an idea is it for me to just bum rush the thing?
They might fall on you, is the problem.
Well, I mean, probably really bad.
Yeah.
And move the back, so.
I'm decided I'm not gonna do that.
But then again, I don't know if any plans are going to be good plans, all things considered, because we've got a giant fuck off creature covered in nails.
And he has what we're assuming is the jewel.
Yeah. So, as no one has spoken up, I'm going to take a turn.
Okay.
So, okay, he's going to use... I'm going to use a fit. So he kind of rips himself out of the vines. Kind of stumbles a bit because of the rope. He's the big boy, so he takes 2 action tokens to do anything. But he's going to take a swipe at Clover.
Yeah.
Yep, expected that.
Okay. So, this is like watching, what's a good way to do this? This is like watching a car flying towards you. Actually, say a truck. It's like a truck flying towards you, so you've got time to react and try to get out of the way. His attacks are more like spells than attacks, because he's a big lumbering thing. So you can have a reaction roll to try and dodge out of the way.
I will definitely try to dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, this is definitely agility.
Yeah. That's the 14 with fear. I haven't rolled with hope all session. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
14 with fear.
yeah. But that is enough to get out of the way. But I'm using that fear, and he's just gonna ping you.
That worked so good with my camera angle.
And
Yeah,
you will
it
hit
was
a
very
building
good.
and take 5 points of damage. Just go,
Crunchy.
Can I take I am your shield? Can I use I am your shield? Because
What's
she's
I am
pinging
your-
towards the wall that I'm standing on.
in very close. Well, Clover has flung past you and hit a building behind you. You can use I am your shield to try and grab. I said like jump up and try to grab them on the way by.
Wait, what? Does that? How does that work?
Well, you use it and then you use it to try and grab me.
What? To reduce the damage you're going to take? What?
So you'd grab Clover, and then you would continue with Clover because of the momentum, and then you would take the damage instead.
Okay, so I take 5 physical damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're now over
first
here.
first off, it's reduced by 3 down to 2, and that's below my minor damage, so I don't take anything. So I mark 1 stress.
See, so yeah, so Clover kind of gets pinged off from the very edge of this thing, flies into Vandic's outstretched hands as he jumps up to try and like grab them, and just kind of tumbles backwards into the building.
But on the plus
that's
side,
a
no
great
one took
mental
any
image.
damage.
It's a wonderful mental
So
image.
you caught Clover like a baseball and kind of just like rolling backwards until you hit something.
Oh, thanks.
Back to the wall now.
Okay, so who wants to try and do something? What is the plan here?
Gonna throw Clover back at it.
Clover ping pong.
You dropped this! No, I'm not.
You
Right
can.
now we're playing baseball with the fairy.
We
Okay.
had a baseball bat. It wasn't.
Yeah?
I can
Okay.
try to attack with my dual staff at far range, I guess, or unless anybody else wants to do anything.
If I move, does that give you an action token? But if I just move to and don't take an action?
If you move like just, I say you can just move up to the wall without
Okay, yeah.
actions because like he's
I
the only
still-
thing that could impair you, and he's out there.
I still can't really do anything, so I'm just
So
gonna
yeah,
move back up to
you
the wall.
both just go back to the wall.
Cool.
He's also gonna take another big steppy.
Okay, so he is close. Okay.
I'm.
Close. Okay. I will try to attack with my dual staff. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I can't think of what else Max can currently do other than. I mean, he ripped through the vines pretty quickly, so yeah.
Okay.
I'll-
So yeah, you've seen that he's stumbling with the rope, but it's not enough to like.
Not
Trip
really
him
hinder
up.
him. Yeah.
But you could perhaps use it later to trip him up. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'll try to attack with my dual staff, which is
yeah, so you're instead of making
action
him
roll
walk
plus
like he's
instinct.
got trousers around his ankles.
Okay. That is 10 with hope.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh yay! Okay. And that is a D6 plus magic, which is my primary attack, which is 8.
Yeah, so you fire him and it slams into him and just like blows off a couple of nails, which
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't think it would do a lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and with the height of them, it kind of like it turns them into impromptu javelins. So you just slam into the floor with a lot of force from the
Was
height.
there any
Mhm.
kind of discernible reaction for when the nails were coming out?
No. He's just keeping the same horrible grimace and stare at Liska.
Okay.
Okay. Can I get a bit more details on where the shiny thing is on him and like is he holding it? Is it just
It is
attached
in his
to
left
something?
hand.
Like gripping it fist-wise.
Whenever he moves, you can kind of see the glow from between his fingers.
Okay.
It's a very distinctive glow from the rest of him.
Okay. So it's definitely there, but it's definitely not an area that I could easily just like yeet my brace or yeet my gauntlets and knock it off. Good to know.
You'd have to try and find a way to pry it from his hand or make him drop it.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. I know Lushka would probably, I don't know.
I have a really stupid
I don't
idea
know.
that relies on
Brain
two
is-
technicalities.
All right.
Go for it.
I'm sure Dark will say no. So, so I have the ability to teleport between shadows, and there's a light coming from inside the hand. Does that mean the back of the hand is a shadow?
Oh.
You want to like teleport on the hands?
Because I also have a whip that can make
Shadow of the
enemies
Colossus,
retreat
this
from
bitch.
melee range, and I'm wondering if I use that, I could open the fingers. Two technicalities.
The light thing, you're thinking way too hard about that. It's nighttime. The shadows like on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can
Only, like, his-
basically.
only like orifices are actually glowing, so don't go some places. But yeah,
Can't
you could
teleport
try
into
teleport
orifice.
on him and try to whip crack his hand open.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Well,
What's the worst that could happen?
what's the rip OP? Let's go. Cool. What are we doing?
I will say you won't be the whip crack because that would just make him move backwards with you on him. But you could use your whip to try and open his hand.
I was thinking of like the whip crack to like to do to fingers what you would do to an enemy. It doesn't really make sense, but in my brain it thematically makes sense.
That sounds cool.
Okay, cool. So yes, what do I do?
Okay, so well, have to be the back of the hand. So you teleport there. You then have to grab on, and then do the whip crack.
Marvelous.
So, strength, because you're pretty much just climbing on him.
I was gonna try and
Just find a convenient nail.
It depends. How flashy do you want to be?
It's not flashy.
Very flashy. Agile. Very agile and flashy.
Not agile. Not agile. But it requires finesse.
Strong.
It's
Strong
precision.
finesse,
It's about
yeah.
it's about
So-
precision.
Okay, if we're doing the proper embracing the whole cinematic thing, what you do is you teleport up in a shadow, and then start falling, and then you whip crack to make him open the things, and then teleport away again.
Whoosha!
Oh, I can do 2 teleports. Nice. I don't have to hang on to a hand. Hooray.
Yeah, because they've updated these, and it doesn't say here this counts as like it doesn't give me an action token, does it? So you can just do it as part of your movements.
Oh, nice.
Good
But
point.
of course, the cost is that you'll use a lot of stress.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah. Okay, well, let's try that then.
Okay. So OP teleports up and begins falling from the shadow of, I guess, in the inner arm.
Just falls from the armpit.
Mhm.
Ah.
I'm just
Elbow
imagining that Opie is
area.
still standing, like he's in the air, but he's still sort of standing at attention, as it were.
Oh yeah, yeah. Decorum.
Proper posture.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what I'm gonna want is a finesse roll so you can time it right to get the whip crack off at the right.
Witcha!
Seems fair. I'm gonna ask to add calm under pressure.
Yeah.
Feels appropriate.
This seems very calm.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
We'll see. It is not amazing. 11 with hope?
There's a silence.
It's a big target.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hooray!
Okay, so yeah, you begin falling, and at the right time, your whip strikes out and cracks. It kind of shakes its hand like and drops the gem. Begins falling to the ground.
Aha.
As do you.
Would it be too much to ask to try and grab it?
Oh, you can try to grab it.
or teleport to where it lands.
Well, we're probably going to land in a similar place.
Yes, there's shadows everywhere.
Well,
I can teleport under it.
One of the things we realized they're intact, and one of them was realized they're exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to try like Indiana Jones it with your whip?
Yes, do it.
Sure.
Do it,
Sure.
go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Give
definitely
me a
feels it.
presence on this because this is just cool.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
All
And
right,
come under
okay.
pressure again.
Hell yeah, do it. I'm under pressure. Yep.
Please, Opie,
Hell
do good.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Nice. Excellent.
It was a neat with a flick of your wrist, you kind of grab it and fling it towards yourself and catch. So I imagine Opie's just kind of falling like straight, like with posture.
Yep.
Yeah, I keep imagining like the entire time, no matter what orientation he is in, because you said like all the nails are opie shaped. That I just keep thinking of him as like one of the nails, just standing posture straight, no matter what orientation.
And then, if able, while still falling, teleport over to Lushka.
Okay, yeah, spend those rests and you kind of appear crouched behind Luke.
Yes.
And
If you-
Lushka is now going
if-
to be yelling in her head.
Yeah, if you do the honors.
We have it. Move us.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm
Okay.
over here now.
Question:
Yes.
how far apart are its ankles? Using these bars. So 2 of these equals close.
Basically.
Okay. Hey guys, remember I said I had a bad idea? I'm gonna run to between its legs, and I'm gonna attack one ankle, and then I'm gonna use whirlwind to attack the other one, and just try and fucking take its ankles.
I
out
love
from under it.
this.
While you
love
are
it.
doing that, Luska is very rapidly going to be trying to get Bertram's attention.
Yeah.
Is that possible, Dark?
Give me a roll. You're running and trying to like smack into his ankles and trip it up.
Play. Go. Alright. It's because I fucked. Yeet. So let's see. Oh, they
Yeah,
changed
right.
unstoppable.
So, rather than using your gun, I will give you a bonus if you use your tower shield because that makes more sense for like the size and the impact.
Wait, what? But that's less damage.
Yeah, but you're trying to trip it up, not so much do damage.
Well, I mean, is dealing damage not a way to trip it up by fucking smashing it in the ankles?
Trip me up.
Not necessarily.
I mean, I would take
it
the
is
bonus
up
because
to
if we
you.
can get it prone.
Okay. So am I negating damage to do that then?
I'm making it easier for you to like get a telling blow on it, because there's not
Okay.
gonna like, because you're able to put like your whole
I'll
your
do
whole
that
weight
then,
behind it.
I guess. What do I do?
You can roll with advantage. So
Yeet.
you do like your normal attack roll thing and then roll.
Yeet.
There
Oh,
you go.
crit.
You got a crit.
But it's a low crit, is that good?
Crit's a
Crit
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean,
crit.
Crit is a crit. Crit is critical success no matter
So
what.
you can heal a stress if you have a stress, because you got a crit.
Do!
And you get exactly what you wanted and more. So
And more!
And more.
Uh,
hey,
I
see,
want to trip him and deal the damage.
But that's not all.
you do,
That's
well,
awful.
you trip him and deal damage. So is there anything else you want? Like, is there a direction you want him to try and fall?
I want him to fall
Preferably not on
backwards.
us.
I want him to fall backwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So I roll for damage now?
Well, you succeeded what you did, so you don't worry about damage. You can roll damage if you like, but it's not going to.
I would. That's 3d6 plus 3.
That's a lot of damage.
Damn.
Itch.
Down
So that's a 16.
Yeah, 16 ankle damage. Oh, and 8 to the other one.
Yeah.
So a total of 24 damage.
24 ankle damage.
Yeah, so you see Bannock like run through its legs, and he slams the shield into like the back of the heel.
Whoa.
And then slams into the other one from a different angle and kind of just like buckles its knees, and it just falls slowly back.
I like the idea that he goes with the tower shield for one angle, and the other one he just runs over and shoulder checks.
Yeah, I like that too.
That does
Done.
bring up a very neat image of my mind, just hitting the back of the ankle with the tower shield, and then getting to the other side, smacking the other one in the front of it, and just knocking him off balance backwards.
Timbo.
Because as someone who's been knocked in the back of the legs and front of the legs by very excitable animals,
You're standing upright, and then you go. I've knocked him
Yes.
prone. Is that
So,
good?
with the old man toppling over, here's the sad man.
Oh no,
Aw.
he's sad.
Aw,
Sad.
he's no longer
sad.
smiling.
No.
I'm fine with that if he's no longer smiling. That scary smile.
Oh, no.
With him toppling over, you all feel a in your stomach. Even those of you who do not have stomachs, it's a very unpleasant experience.
Ugh.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, so the two clanks get phantom lurches as you all open your eyes back in your bodies. You're kind of all just like slumped on the floor.
Oh.
on account of the fact that Lushka insisted that everyone sit.
Thank you for that.
Just panic and
Yeah.
punch someone in the face. Ah!
And Opie discovers yes, and Opie discovers they have the jewels.
Is Bertram
Wow.
nearby?
Yes.
Fantastic. I believe this is yours.
He squints and he says, "What is your name and what did you do before?"
What is the airspeed of an unladen
I
swallow?
was thinking that too. What is your favorite color?
What is it? Red. Wait, no, blue.
Hey, Bertie, this is not the time. There is a massive tall man.
You, what did you break when I first met you?
What? What did I break?
Yes.
A window.
I broke a window. I climbed through it.
Good enough. He takes it.
I also
Yeah.
ate a plate. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that.
Forgot about that.
Lushka
Yeah,
is just
you
going to
pay
sort of
for it
ignore this
afterwards.
nonsense and be like, "Were you able to pull them all?"
Oh.
No, I haven't started yet.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yes, I hope you all. You know, sometimes they can hijack you back.
I feel like me. I think.
You
Yes.
would.
Can you
If you were
hurry?
Oh, yes. In a very unserious ceremonious thing, he does a couple of words, and there's just a massive flash.
The arcane spell. Come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Outside, you can see that the sky is a very familiar purple. And looking around, it looks exactly like it was in Limbo. And then, slowly, the way it's meant to be reasserts itself on top. And the shadowy, half-visible images of all of the nightmare creatures and the tall man slowly rising fades away.
Fuck you!
And slowly, but surely, people begin wandering out into the streets.
We did it. We did it.
Told
We
you
did.
we'd do it.
Well, we did something.
Yeah. Everything is fine now. Nothing nothing has gone wrong. Nothing will go wrong. Everything is fine. I'm gonna cough now.
Definitely none of these villagers have had anything piggyback on them
Yeah,
and come
no.
back with
I
them.
know.
They're all
That
fine.
has not been blaring in my mind the moment Dark mentioned that the nightmare creatures can piggyback. Everybody's fine.
Goat's
Everyone's
acting
fine.
normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Bobby still in the fetal position? Are they fine?
Oh yeah, how's Bobby?
You don't know
Are
where
they going to
Bobby
be
is.
an evil mastermind?
Yeah, where was Bobby? Did you
Uh,
find Bobby?
Yeah, you never found Bobby's body.
Yeah.
Bobbies.
Body's Bobby.
What?
That's
Dark
not
just took it
worrying at all.
away.
Yeah, Dark took Bobby away because we did not find their body. So yeah.
I mean, if their body's just here in town, then he should wake up in it. You're telling me Bobby's body is not in town.
So are we saying that we've killed off Plumb without them being here?
Well, no.
Oh, no, Inky's
Plimp
involved.
is fine. Plimp is.
Oh, sorry.
Inky's fine. Inky is fine.
Oh, sorry, the name.
Yeah.
That's right.
No. Bobby is Bertram's apprentice.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
It's all good. No worries.
So, everyone kind of gathers in the town square, kind of. That just feels like the best place. They count heads and realize a few people just didn't get back up.
Okay.
Max is
And
going
there's
to.
a few mutterings of some people not quite acting right already. But you do see Bobby getting carried, kind of like a kid on the shoulders by Sergio, walking into town.
Yay!
Oh, yay. Okay. I was gonna have Max ask
You're
Bertram,
not
if you
sure
know
why they both were not in town and they are walking in town from outside, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not a question.
It's probably
Wizards.
fine.
Wizards.
Yeah, that's definitely fine and not something that Dark is setting up as horrifying for later.
My mind is again doing Kill Bill sirens, but this is fine. I will ignore it for now. Yes. Yeah.
And as Joel comes up, he kind of lifts up his visor. You're not quite sure why he hasn't got eyes or anything, so it's just sockets.
It's for
He's like a
politeness.
skeleton,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's for politeness.
He
Yeah.
looks at all of you like, found this one. I had to rescue them. And there was an adventure. The old man got up much quicker than usual.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
And even more glad you brought Bobby with you.
Yeah.
Hi, Bubbert.
He is
How you
visibly
feeling?
distraught.
Oh.
Very fair. Very valid. Yes.
They look frankly deflated on the top of Joel.
Oh no.
They are a frog puddle that Sir Joel is holding.
Okay. So, you're all given your reward from Bertram.
Oh.
He takes the cart and he goes and he just leaves Bobby.
Wow.
Of course he does.
And yeah, you have
Do we adopt Bobby?
most people are rescued.
Most of them,
Some
yeah.
people are acting strangely, but that
Yeah.
is for another time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And we have apparently now adopted a frog on
Yep.
account of the
Yeah.
fact that his teacher has just sort of left him high and dry.
Yeah. What was our reward, by the way? I don't remember.
A bunch of money, which is
A bunch of money. Okay, yeah. That doesn't really matter.
Again, you will get money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay. We got money.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And a
We
new
got
pet
money
for Gerd.
and I knew yeah, Bobby has been adopted. Yeah. They may not know it, but they've been adopted.
I like the idea of Bobby going with us, but I also like the idea of the adventures of Sir Joel and Bobby.
I like that as well too. I like that too, yeah. Yeah. It's up to Bobby, I guess.
It is
They
very
do
much
have
up
a
to Bobby.
say. Yes, they do have a say.
But
in what
Luska
happens
is
to them.
probably going to try to convince Bobby that it's like, you should probably find another job.
Yeah. Don't work for.
You're good at
Don't work
fireworks.
for Bertram anymore.
Don't.
In fact,
don't
no
work
one should work for Bertram
Tower
anymore.
Wizards. Yeah. No, don't work for Bertram. Yeah.
Have you considered doing fireworks for a living? You're quite good at it.
Yeah, as fun as that would be for the nervous illusionist practicing other things, and the essentially just Death Knight who just doesn't know fear.
Yeah.
Bannock is going to
Also-
finally recover from the transportation and go, did anyone just see that?
Also,
Did
you
indeed,
have
good
no
job.
idea how accurate. Like you remind me of a movie, Chris, by saying, "Have you considered you'd be very well suited for this role?" And just the way you said it is exactly like a line from The Princess Bride. You
Oh,
have
nice.
no
Yeah.
idea how accurate that. Like, have you considered
Have you considered
Life of Piracy?
piracy?
You'd make a wonderful Dread Pirate Roberts. It was exactly that cadence that you said too. It's
Nice.
incredible.
That-
You have no idea how correct you are there. It's just
Yeah.
We didn't even get to flip the table.
Anyway. no flipping the table.
No, we did it, Christy. We lived
We lived.
somehow.
Yeah, we did it, Christy. We did it. And
We
Flaps,
lived.
if you're watching
Yeah.
the VOD. Yeah. And yeah, it was fun. Thank you for this Dark. It was very fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
It was a
Aye.
good time.
We got to do cool
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that was great. I love that bit with OP at the end.
We got the
I'm
whole
glad
like
we got to be so awesome. in the end.
Well,
Yeah,
it was a
OP
good-
was
It was a good
Pretty
tag team
awesome,
thing. We
yeah.
had the kind of like the caber toss into the group of like the enemies and puffing into smoke. You got the spinny
Yeah.
shield thing at the end. You
Yeah,
got,
and I like Clover trying to at the
yeah,
the tall
Clover
man
and Max
while
doing the leg
Max
tying.
entangling it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say on Sunday we're doing another just doodling stream, and I am going to request at least one drawing of some of this nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh hell
Either
yeah!
Opie just plummeting
Absolutely,
through
yeah.
the air, grabbing a jewel out of air with his whip, or Clover and Bannock just flying through the air,
Yeah.
catching him.
Love that. Love that. Hell yeah. Yes.
This is very silly. Thank you for this. This was a good time.
Yeah. Thank you. It was great. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you, Dark, for setting it up. Thank you, friends, for playing.
Yeah, and you as well. Agreed. Really agreed.
Thanks for indulging my stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the system. I'll probably wait until they come up with finalized stuff so they don't change stuff in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be handy.
It was fun. And yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And like feel like some stuff isn't entirely properly balanced yet, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Nomad Born thing, for one immediate thing, they're probably going to change because I don't think a lot of people like
Yeah.
the fact it's lost uniqueness basically.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one is
That-
kind of
I
like
mostly
dumb
find
now.
it funny
Yeah.
that they just entirely changed Seaborn, just straight up. Like, it's entirely different now what it does.
Yeah, same
I mean,
same with Wonderborn.
Wonderborn
Oh, is it?
too. It's just like
Yeah.
first you
So-
got
Yeah.
and like you could just pull stuff from your pocket basically.
But and then
that's just like,
you had
well,
to
I don't know, just pick
decide
one of the others
what-
at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
It's like
That changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seaborn changed from the original one had I don't remember how often I could do it, but I could during some rests basically take an additional rest action, so I could do 3 things instead of just 2. And now it's changed to anytime I roll a fear, I get a token on it, and I can just stick those on other things to increase my rolls.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a wild change from the original.
Yeah, that is incredibly different.
That's weird.
And
I don't know how long that's going to stay. I didn't get a chance to make use of it, but I have a feeling that's potentially going to be a very broken ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, Dark, you get a token with fear, and I get a token with fear.
Interesting. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Also, I just
Sorry, Karen.
meanwhile Wander. No, go ahead. You
I
go.
was
You go.
just going to say, meanwhile, Wonderborn went from you have a bag of things you've collected to you no longer have a consistent personality.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
it
I
doesn't feel right for like just Wonderborn like either, like just from like a background principle, because like being a nomad is entirely different as being able to fit in everywhere.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
a different skill.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't make sense.
I think Seaborn might have become potentially overpowered with that change, and yours now is like underpowered, as it were.
Yeah.
Highborn
He's
just
wild and changes in different ways.
Highborn just lost money. I started with a bag of money. I don't get a bag of money anymore.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn, guess you're poor.
You've been
man.
robbed.
Rude.
But you do have the friends you made along the way.
That's not why Opie's here.
I know. He's there for us. I know. Well, I don't think Wildborn got any changes.
Chris.
I didn't notice any changes there.
You should have rolled with advantage when negotiating the contract.
I should have, and I forgot.
Ah.
It worked well. We managed to just sell a meal
Also-
in exchange for their help, and also, by the way, the bar tab is not included in that meal.
Yeah. That's fair.
Um,
Also, I joked last time that I would wear my Wheel of Time, time to toss the dice T-shirt for luck, and I just realized that I am indeed wearing that T-shirt. So
Ah.
yes, I guess it helps.
Lucky T-shirt.
Lucky
Sorry to-
T-shirt. Yeah.
Sorry to join late and leave early, but I have not eaten still because of the small
Oh, yeah.
fire. So I.
Please,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah,
please.
we're gonna
go,
end.
go eat. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna end. We're ending now.
Thanks
Go
for watching
eat,
stream.
Lewis,
We'll be back tomorrow with Doodle
Yes.
Times. Thank you everybody for playing, and thanks for watching.
Woo!
Bye.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good one. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
Bye.